Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Christmas special tripod edition. Ladies and gentlemen, I am joined, of course, by Bretsky. Go ahead and give us your plugs.
Oh, okay. Well, hi, I'm Bretsky. You can follow me on Instagram at the Great Bretsky 99. Or you can also follow my podcast at the fauxpod.cast on Instagram. It's at THEFAUXPOD.CAST. Or you can look up anywhere you get podcasts, the faux pod, just THE space FAUX space POD. Get to hear from the young adults and college kids who are going to be the future world leaders, entrepreneurs, celebrities, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, also check out After Party Pro Wrestling, where I proved my innocence that I'm not Senor Pain, but I still have not been reinstated.
Grip, my friend, go ahead and give us your plugs and your info.
Well, you can find myself at Sticks Adam on Twitter or the Instagram, but you don't have to follow me because I really don't post much. I would tell you all to go follow Mangria Fuel's YouTube channel because that's where you're going to find most of me at. So if you want to get more of this content or various content, go see this man's YouTube channel.
Thank you, sir. And unfortunately, we have with us Mick Foley's Down syndrome child. It is Jake Travers. Go ahead and give out your info, sir.
That's the title.
That was good. I'm surprised we only heard from two faces of Bretsky as opposed to three, but
give it time. Give it time.
Just you wait.
You can follow me at Funko Fat Guy or Skip Damwell on Instagram, depending on what you want to find. If you want to see pop stuff, it's Funko Fat Guy. That's me. And on YouTube, that too. Same thing. I got really nothing else. I don't do much except for that anymore. So, and you can't see me on APPW because I fucking quit that shit company, but I still decided to rep the merch, you know? I still decided to rep my favorite team, the team that I'm a part of. Even not in the company, the team that I'm a part of.
Well, you did hold one of the head member in a cage.
That's done for Christmas, and we will start with the person who doesn't celebrate Christmas. Bretsky, what did you do this past random weekend in December?
I don't know what everyone's talking about with like celebrating. This is just like a Saturday. I mean, I get it. You're excited. It's Saturday and Friday night, but you know, you don't have to go all out with these like fancy lights and trees and presents. Like, I don't know what you guys are doing, but
what movie did you see?
I just watched a Christmas Story because it's such a good movie.
It's such a good movie. To the movies and eat Chinese food, you do?
He's just mad because he had a hard time getting across the border back to America.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But no, I just kind of relaxed at home and didn't really do much. The gym was closed because Christmas, which I was upset about because I didn't realize it was closed. So I woke up early for nothing. Just kind of hung out, chilled, and watched Prominence.
No, Stixie Drip. What were your plans this Christmas and were they executed?
Well, we kind of had a little issue before Christmas with our cat. He ended up getting sick, and they ended up taking about 4 inches of his intestine out because they found a tumor inside of it.
Oh no!
So on
not Kitty Drip.
Yeah. The tribal puma. But we ended up getting him back on Christmas Eve, and we pretty much have spent the whole Christmas holidays and weekend keeping an eye on him and nursing the little man back to health. But otherwise, it wasn't too bad.
Well, shout out to Dice. I know exactly what you're talking about when it comes to fucking issues with cats. But man, that's brutal. Hopefully he gets better soon. Moving on. No, Jake, what did you do over this past Christmas, sir?
I don't show up, and then I do show up for a quad pod, and this is how I'm treated. Unbelievable. Nothing. I didn't do a thing. So
this could be a Cinco de Pato, actually. When Ceizar
it is. It's just a quad right now, but we're gonna have 5 on here. That's unprecedented.
Oh, it would be another 5 hours.
Probably. Yeah, I didn't do much for Christmas. Just hung around with my family, and then today I took a bath. It was nice.
Did you see any movies?
No, I didn't see shit.
He's not Jewish.
Yeah, no, I don't go to the movies on Christmas. I'm not a Jew. Yeah.
We checked out. Me and my brother checked out the Matrix movie. It was.
Oh God.
It was alright. You know, they're just setting it up for more shit as usual.
I heard it was really bad.
I also heard it was really bad.
Fucking franchise for every fucking dime it has left. It wasn't bad. It was just
I don't know how you can say Eternals was bad and say Matrix was not.
Oh, Eternals was horrible.
I don't know how you can say that.
Matrix.
Oh, my marketing professor would be so mad if he heard you say Eternals was bad. He's a big Eternals fan.
The Matrix
It was great.
Very meta. It was very meta. I'll say, if I can describe it in one word, but I'm not going to spoil shit.
That makes sense.
I'm not cynic. So let us
Fuck cynic.
True.
We will
Fuck
talk
cynic.
about it's Wednesday
Or
night.
Splice or whatever
that
the fuck he
means.
is.
It's Dynamite. The holiday bash. Jake's favorite person of all time, Orange Cassidy versus Adam Cole. Baby. Adam Cole puts Cole's hands into his pants. Very awkward. Looks like Orange Cassidy is actually trying this time. The match is going great until Cutler and the Cucks come out. Orange Cassidy dives onto Cutler. Best friends out to beat down the Cucks. Cole inadvertently hurt his knee on the ring steps trying to attack Orange Cassidy. The commercial picture-in-picture. Orange Cassidy capitalizes on the injury. They toss each other over all the barricades, ultimately leading back into the ring. Double clothesline leads to half-ass slugfest. Orange Cassidy being foolish, but lures him in for a pair of super kicks. We get a stun dog millionaire. Diving DDT gets a 2.5. Excalibur. Michinoku driver.
That was a really good Excalibur right there, actually.
Puts his sunglasses on and tries his hands and pockets dive. Cole super kicks that goof. Panama Sunrise gets a 2 3/4. The beach break also gets a near fall. Fish out on apron distracts. And guess who is now all elite, gentlemen? It is Kyle O'Reilly. He attacks. Boom. Adam Cole wins, baby. Kyle attacks Orange Cassidy again. Kyle, Fish, and O'Reilly attack the best friends. Undisputed chants in the crowd. Fish, O'Reilly, and Cole face to faces with the Cucks, and Undisputed leaves. Stixie drip. We saw this coming 40 miles away. What were your thoughts on the opening contest of the Holiday Bash?
Well, just like his buddy Jake, Orange Cassidy likes other people's hands in his pants.
Oh,
So
boom, roasted.
It wasn't a bad match. I mean, it was a good one to start off with. I mean, both guys, Orange is on the rise, and having Adam Cole in a match to start off or even to finish isn't a bad decision. And it'll be interesting to see where they go with Fish, Cole, and O'Reilly, especially with the Young Bucks. I mean, with the rumors of them really not wrestling to heal up some injuries. I mean, are we going to get whenever Kenny gets back, are we going to get an elite versus, quote unquote undisputed, but whatever they're going to possibly go up with. But I mean, it'll be fun because we're going to get O'Reilly and Fish back as a tag team, the Red Dragon. So what does AEW need more than another tag team? But at least these guys are really good to watch, and it'll be fun to have them face the Young Bucks down the road.
Bretsky, to quote George Costanza, worlds colliding. What
This is an NXT
opening contest of the Holiday Bash?
I actually enjoyed it. I think everything was really good except for the kick out of the Panama Sunrise. I think that they could have very easily sufficed that with just the super kick from the dive, and then he could have done that cover, because and that's a good thing. We always talk about, respect the finish, respect the finisher. Like, that's something, like, you can see someone kicking out of a super kick now, whether you agree or disagree with it. You can see someone kicking out of a super kick now. Panama Sunrise, a little more iffy. So I do wish they would have saved that. But other than that, no, I enjoyed it. I was not surprised one bit to see Kyle O'Reilly there, especially when Fish came out and was distracting the ref for like 10 years. I am very excited to see the not up for debate time period in AEW right now, as opposed to the Undisputed Era. We don't talk about Undisputed Era. It's the not up for debate time period. No, I'm hoping we get a lot of these matches. Sticks mentioned, they have so many tag teams, obviously. But if you can get a good tag team, you can get a great tag team like Red Dragon, like, go for it. The only thing though is, like, people are saying Kyle O'Reilly, needle mover. He's not a needle mover. Like, he's not a big money sign. Like, NXT made him like more of a main event player, kind of, but we've been saying it on the show for a while. He doesn't have the charisma. Like, he has the charisma in a tag team. with the, the air guitar and all that. But like as a single star, he doesn't have the promo.
Yeah.
Which maybe he does as a heel. I don't know, but as a babyface, he doesn't. So that's something that's not going to be. Like, I think I saw Eric Bischoff made a comment like, you can't keep making these signings. Like, you can't keep signing people. Like, there's rumors that Brian Cage is probably going to ask for his release soon because he's pissed off about not being utilized. You got to start releasing people. Like, I hate to say it, but you can't pride yourselves on, we have this really deep roster, but when the ratings are still 810,000, 820,000 at the same time next year, it's like, okay, cool. You bring in Sting, it goes up for like 2 weeks and it goes back down. You bring in Kyle O'Reilly, it gets some social media clicks and it goes right back down. Like, you need to have something that you can establish. You need established main event players. So that's the thing. Is like, don't spend this much money on Kyle O'Reilly. Maybe put that much money back into, getting like the Varsity Blonde some more time, or hiring some young talent. Maybe investing in some partner with some local promotions to get
the
new
Ass
talent
Boys
pool.
on TV more.
Actually, now that Danhausen calls them the Ass Boys, I love it.
It's way better.
It's way better. But no, I think this is a very good opening match, and I just hope that AEW doesn't fall into the trap they continually fall into, which is sign big name, get a ratings boost for the day, and then go back down. Because even CM Punk, like Rampage, went right back down after that first Rampage. So they just gotta find that out. But other than that, I think it was a very good opening contest.
Kind of feel bad for saying this, but when Kyle O'Reilly came out, I actually rolled my eyes. I was like, here we go, another sign.
And they're going all in on like there's no disputing that. And like exactly. The WWE would do the same thing. Oh, yeah. So I don't have a problem with it, but it's like, okay. Like,
Jake, thoughts at all on any of this situation?
Yes.
Oh no.
What's
this
red
is going into clip comp
and black and bad for your teeth?
Kane's dick.
What? Yes, that's actually, wow, that's crazy. No, it's a brick.
If I had one, I would throw it at my computer right now.
It's not a good one. Listen, I didn't make this one up. All right, it came from the dad joke book. All right,
you might as well have.
I could do better.
Can we make you know how you're making the clip comps now? Can we get a clip comp of just Jake just intruding with fucking dad jokes now for this episode? Like I would love that.
For Ceizar to come on here.
Me either.
Next, Tony in ring calls Hangman the AWO champion. I don't know if you caught that. Hangman comes
I heard that too.
His nameplate says doesn't normally last an hour. Interviews him about the Danielson match. He's disappointed. Brian comes out. Wait. He says it 400 times. Calls him an entitled millennial cowboy and a cowboy piece of shit. Get the shit counter up, Sticks. Proposes the idea of having judges for the rematch. Time limit remains. He drops the B+ player line. A match is set for their debut on TBS. Bretsky, thoughts on Hangman and Brian's exchange?
I think this is also a test for Hangman, to see if he can go and like keep up with like the champion promo, like to get people invested. And I think he did a good job. I think both people did a good job. The one thing I would caution is when you have, ever since the whole B+ player thing with Daniel Bryan initially, it's come back a few times in storylines around him, especially when he's the heel. Kofi Kingston was the B+ player. Now Hangman Page is the B+ player. So I think it's definitely good sparingly, but we don't want to see it. We don't want it to become the promo equivalent of the fucking Code Red or Super Kick.
The crutch that everyone.
Right. And I think Brian too. I think Danielson now with the character is great, and he's getting booed. And it's clearly working because he's still getting the yes chance, but he's getting boos. So he's doing a great job as a heel. But again, I'm worried that's become the typical jaded veteran thinks that all the young people are stupid, but it's so far so good. So far so good. And I'm actually very excited for the rematch.
I love the look on his face, Sticks, when Hangman was calling him out of some shit. He looked in the crowd and said, "Shut your mouth!" Like Danielson's facials are perfect when he's in the heel mode. But what were your thoughts on this promo exchange?
I thought it was good. I mean, Hangman is hanging with him on this, and it's a good bar to have him go with. I mean, You could have made. You don't want to throw him straight with like an Adam Cole or even like somebody like that who's obviously a polished promo. So this is a good one. The B+ one, like Bretsy said, it's been used, but when you want to help, you want to have a guy start climbing that as your champion to have championship promos. It's not a bad way to have started. So it wasn't a bad promo. It got me. I'm looking forward to their match on TBS.
Shout out to Tony Schiavone and his ugly Christmas sweater. Jake, thoughts on anything we just said?
Oh, hey.
I was sitting in traffic the other day. Probably why I got run over.
I wish that would happen in real life.
I like to see the car because I'm betting the car suffered more than you did.
Do another one. That one was tough.
Jake's probably the kind of guy who would go in and like try to get hit by a car so we could sue for insurance.
I would
money.
wreck my car making sure I ran him over.
Fair.
Full coverage, baby. That's what you got it for.
The Jake insurance.
I like this one. My deaf girlfriend was talking in her sleep last night. Damn near poked my eye out.
Well, we know that's false because you know
it's in the book.
Your girl. Well, we know your girlfriend.
Me.
We know your girlfriend. We don't want to go into your girlfriend's.
The tub is big enough for two, though. If there were any single ladies on,
I mean, I don't know. With you in there,
that's true. There's not a lot of room. That's true. I take a plus.
Yeah. Sorry, baby.
You'd have to get one that was childlike almost.
Okay, all right.
Well, he has that.
There's plenty of room for me in this book of dad jokes, though.
Sorry, baby. I can't make room for you. Got the pops on their place.
Up next, MJF and Pinnacle are backstage. MJF gets on Wardlow's case, then he turns his attention to Punk, calls Sting Darby's creepy clown uncle, love it. His Krusty the Clown makeup, love it. Any Simpsons reference, I always love. Uncle Dax says FTR and MJF are the three kings of wrestling. Wardlow murders Captain Sean Dean. Dan Lambert with the Men of the Year in the stands. Dan does what he does best, shit on ATW. Tony Khan, man, giving Cody opportunities. Ceizar's at home going, talk your talk. Cody
he tweeted during that promo, Dan Lambert is my hero, and I thought that was hilarious.
Cody is a bigger dick than I am, Dan Lambert says. The Doctor with their crew backstage. Tony attempts to get a mistletoe kiss. Hater smacks it away. Comments on the Riho match, recaps the era of DMD, the year 2021, of course, tells Riho she is out of her league. Sticks, your thoughts on the MJF segment, Wardlow murdering? You don't have to comment on that. Dan Lambert with the Men of the Year and the Doctor.
Well, let's just put it this way. If we're going to get an MJF and Hangman for the title, you better hope Hangman is polished and ready to go, because MJF on his worst day could probably tear Hangman on his best day apart in a promo. MJF is the best, like we've all talked about. He's the best walking heel in all pro wrestling today. I mean, when his contract is up, Tony better have his dad sell one of his teams, because it's going to cost him that much to probably keep him on AEW. And Dan Lambert's just out here talking the truth of what we all want to hear. I mean, he's just out here doing it. And the Good Doctor, another great promo. Jamie Hayter shutting down Tony Schiavone with that mistletoe. And the Doctor just recapping that 2021 was a year of DMD, and it's looking like it's going to be that way, possibly going through 2022 as well.
No disrespect, Bretsky, but Jake, I'm dying to hear your thoughts on those three segments I just recapped.
Can you blame Tony Skeets for trying to get a kiss from Jamie Hayter? Can you blame him?
No, it's not Tony Skeets. It's Tony Schiavone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what? Oh,
Jesus!
Oh my God!
My God!
Watch the show.
This is
For editing. Hold for editing.
My God!
No, don't edit anything. Don't be a pussy. Let me be wrong. Okay, whatever. The announcer guy, right?
Yeah, Schiavone.
I thought it was the same guy.
No, Tony Skeets is Tony Khan.
I don't watch the show.
Motherfucker.
Did you hear about the chameleon who couldn't change colors? He had erectile dysfunction.
So basically, he was hanging around Jake too long.
Yes, correct. It was my pet.
Yeah.
I love
Price-
the immediate zings that Sticks has every time.
I like how all of these jokes can be turned on to Jake, though. That's the thing.
Hey, you bringing that horrible book with you. Guess what? You're gonna get something, man.
Oh, I don't care. It's never
Oh,
affected me.
I
before,
know,
except
I
that
know,
one
I know. That's why you're good. That's the best thing about you, Jake. You literally roll with the punches.
I don't fucking give a shit.
Gretzky,
All right.
thoughts
Find a new
on
one.
those 3 segments?
But yeah, no, I mean, I thought it was hilarious. They're like, we're gonna go backstage to MJF, and then MJF's like, oh, why are you here? I thought that was funny, but no, yeah, they're Dax Harwood, everyone's favorite Uncle Dax, always brings up his family now. And I think it's great. he's like, yeah, I like to beat the fuck out of people and protect my family. So I'm like, yeah, there you go. Yeah, you got my interest. You piqued my interest. Yeah, then Wardlow fucking kills a guy who they should be promoting and trying to push because Sean Dean is good. And he has a very natural babyface gimmick, so they should be pushing him and not having Wardlow be squashing him.
I thought Jake was gonna swoop in and go like, Simon Dean? He's in AEW.
I wasn't paying attention. What about Simon Dean?
Nothing, never mind.
I was looking at dad jokes. I don't know.
No, because I also don't get. I like how Wardlow will go from like debuting in that match against Cody to then destroying guys to then having longer matches and having that weird fucking MMA fight to now building up the Giant. Like, it's inconsistent. Like, it feels like this is what they would have done like in the beginning, and now would be. So I don't know, but anyway, yeah. So what the fuck was next?
Dan Lambert.
Yes, right, Dan Lambert. I love when people use stuff that Cornette says on AEW. It's so funny. Like Taz calling Brandon Cutler Cutlet, or fucking Lambert calling him Tony Khan, man. It's so funny. Like, whether you agree or disagree with Cornette, it is just the funniest thing because Lambert is essentially Jim Cornette on AEW. So it is so funny. But no, he had a great promo. I give Ethan Page a lot of props because I wasn't a fan of Ethan Page when he came in, and he's made me a fan of Ethan Page. So I give him a lot of props, and I've become a much bigger fan of Sky and Page as a team just from their promo work and their character work. So I give them all of credit in the world. I think it speaks to Sky, especially Sky, because I'm a big fan of Scorpio Sky. I think it speaks to both their ability to get over and to be big stars, because we all agree that was a stupid fucking tag team to make out of nowhere. Turn Scorpio Sky heel and to put these two random fucking dudes together. But they're making it work, and Lambert as their manager is great. And yeah, obviously, not Tony Skeets, Tony Skeevone, trying to get some from the doctor, trying to get a nice little checkup, trying to get some of that Novocaine. But Jamie Hayter said no way. Jamie Hayter, of course, celebrating thickness over there. But yeah, I mean, how can you hate the doctor? You had Dan Lambert promo followed by a doctor promo. You're in the best of both worlds.
That is correct. And now we will move on. But first, ladies and gentlemen, we have a 5th member joining us on the Christmas special. Of course, the official Big Carpe joining.
Get ready for
Christmas special. Rocking the tripod background. I appreciate that greatly. Ceizar, how are you doing, my man?
Fucking Jake doing here.
Merry Christmas, Ceizar. I'm the gift.
Hey, Ceizar, don't worry. He's got his pickup line book with him too. So just wait.
Oh man.
Jake just walks around the fucking playground with that book in hand. Hey kid, come here. Give him 1 second.
Hey, what's red and black and you can't eat?
You want to hear a joke?
I was like, oh, word, Jake's here. Let me just go ahead and no-sell this right quick.
Ceizar, how was your Christmas? How was
It was
your
good, man. I didn't have to work, and everybody bought me liquor, so
nice
drinking another present.
I FedExed you some Taka vodka. It should be there tomorrow.
As long as it's in a cold box, I don't care.
Get some nice warm vodka.
Yeah.
Ceizar, we are at the tail end of Dynamite with Nyla Rose with senior citizen Vicky Guerrero versus Ruby Soho. Nyla attacks while Ruby is trying to get into the ring. Hilarious that her arm got stuck in her fucking jacket. The crowd cheers when she finally frees from it. Vicky proves to be a great asset, yanking Nyla away from harm's way. Nyla attempts to use chair. Ruby drop kicks the chair in Nyla's face. No DQ because Nyla picked up the chair. Okay. Vicky pushes Ruby off the top rope. Massive knee drop to a draping Ruby on the top rope. Shoulder has been targeted. While Ruby applies the Dragon Sleeper, Vicky distracts the ref. Ruby kicks her old ass off. Nyla power bombs, gets a 2.5. Nyla heads to the top rope. Ruby yanks her down and nails her with her finisher kick. I forgot what they call it. Vicky dumps in her depends. Ruby hugs a girl in the crowd. Ceizar, your thoughts on Nyla versus Ruby Soho on Dynamite?
Yeah, I was wondering how Ruby was going to get past Nyla. I was like, all right, they're going to push Ruby all the way to the final. I know you've already went over this, but Dan Lambert is the god. He is the god of AEW. He speaks nothing but straight facts and the truth. I need to get that on wax for this podcast. But yeah, I wasn't mad at it. The only question I have is who is really going to win this belt? I mean, we all got to have Jade Cargill winning, so it's a face versus heel. I mean, in the TBS with that bitch show and Jade's that bitch and that bitch is strap, it just goes too well together as a gimmick, and it proves that she is that bitch if she fucking wins the title. But you know, Ruby's hot. She already has a loss from Britt Baker in a championship match. So to give her this is kind of like boosting her up. So yeah, as the match goes, I thought it was good. Everybody got their shit in. Nyla looked dominant as usual. Ruby lucks it out at the end. Vicky Guerrero was annoying. Apparently that guy got thrown out who I said my friends went to high school with and they all hate him. Douchebag. Yeah. Apparently he paid $400 for that ticket. He got thrown out.
$400.
That's front row.
Apparently a seat that close was like $300 or $400.
They weren't even that. They weren't even that high when I fucking got them in Boston.
Yeah, but it's weird because I mean he was on camera side too. So
that's probably it.
You know, you're like front row camera side, and it is like a 5-hour show because they got to film dark and elevation and whatever else.
Yeah,
Rampage.
So I mean, I can understand it. Like I would figure that for a pay-per-view, but for regular Dynamite, but I don't know. You're getting like 2.
It was also the holiday special. You know, they promoted it.
Yeah, and it was the holiday special. Yeah. So yeah, Holiday Bash Part 1. So I can get that. I can get that over here, but I was like, you dumb as shit, bitch. I'd have waited till at least fucking Rampage before I'd have posted that sign. I'm not getting kicked out in the first 2 hours of a 5-hour show. That ain't your boy. If I'm gonna get kicked out, it's gonna be near the end. Some shit I ain't gonna watch no way on YouTube. Then maybe it gets viral. But no, I thought the match was fun.
Bretsky, this is weird seeing 5 people on the screen. It's been a while since we did something like this. Bretsky, what were your thoughts on that Nyla versus Ruby match?
I was bored out of my mind. Not gonna lie, they really lost me when they spent 10 years trying to get that jacket off, and to no fault of their own.
You could pull an APPW, hit that fast forward button.
Yeah, I was like, why can't I fast forward it? It's live. Why can't I?
That's your first problem. You watched it live.
It's
on
watch
live.
Isn't
I
it
haven't watched wrestling live in like 3 years.
Bro, I had nothing to do. I have no fucking thing to do anymore now that I'm home for school. I'm like, oh fuck. It's either fucking doing things I should be doing or procrastinating things I need to do and watch fucking Dynamite. I'll watch Dynamite.
Like I deliberately go out of my way to do something just so it DVRs. Like I could watch it live, but I'm just like, no, I could watch Hawkeye on Disney Plus. That'll take about.
It's good. I like this.
It's probably a way better choice too.
Probably, but no,
definitely than Raw.
I mean, I feel bad for the fucking jacket because it's not something I can control. But maybe don't button up the fucking sleeve next time.
That bitch can control it. She needs to wear something.
Yeah.
Shit.
Not to call that bitch no hoe.
Of course.
No bitch.
That bitch a bird.
But no, I mean, I wasn't invested. I was also wondering how she can get past Nyla. But no, it's weird because I don't think you can really rebound if you're Ruby Soho if you lose your second of 2 title matches.
Yeah, but it's been 8 matches. Like her record is
absolutely. But it's still like you always have that, at residential. It's like, okay, you can't win. Like it's a Ziggler effect. you can't win. You're going to get the shot. You're good enough to get it, but you're not going to win. And Jade, I think Jade should win. I think I called Jade winning from the very beginning. So because she's just grown on me, and I think on a lot of people, the more weeks she's there, I love Mark Sterling, all that. So I think that she should win.
Except she's only had really like one good wrestling match. The rest are kind of just squashes.
They need something like that. They need a fucking different character. They need someone who's not going to go out and have fucking a 60-minute time limit draw. That's going to be like, oh, $5.5 million for Meltzer. You need someone like that. You need someone on the show to give you a rest and to be like, okay, like that's an actual character. I can boo the fuck out of her. It's going to be like 10 minutes tops. I can have like a rest period, but it's also going to be entertaining because Jade's entertaining in terms of promo and like how she carries herself. Yeah. So I think because you need that on a show, so that's really, I'm a big fan of Jade in that sense. And then you can get her more experience and then get her that TV time, that exposure. And then when someone beats her for the the TBS title, it makes the title that more important, and it makes the person winning more important because you're beating the undefeated champ. So I think that's absolutely what they should do, but it's gonna be interesting to see how they go about that. But I was bored out of my mind about this entire match.
Stixie Drip, your thoughts on this match?
Well, first, let me just ask you: are we sure that Jade's gonna win? I mean, knowing AEW,
we're not, but
that's true.
It's better to have a heel face than two faces.
As good as Ruby versus Thunder would be, that would be fucking.
Oh my god, it would be so good. But like somebody would have to interrupt that match. Like Jade Cargill would just come out there and beat up Thunder Rosa, and Ruby Soho would say some fuck shit like, "Oh, you didn't get a fair shot in the morning, so I'll challenge you." Nah, we don't need that fuck.
I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, we could still. I mean, the AEW always finds a way to jam somebody down our throat, and with the quote unquote the records.
No, that's just Cody.
With the records that
later.
we see all of a sudden we turn around and that person that lost like a week ago already has 7 wins.
Well, that's because it's Dark and Dark Elevation, which none of us watch.
So we could very well get Jade could win, and then next thing you know, Thunder Rosa could face off at freaking for the title and have like 9 wins in a row and be like, I want to make it a triple threat match. Let's make that bitch show title a 3-way.
True.
But
Thunder Rosa I saw 33 wins. She's like 33-3. And like compared to everyone else in that ranking, like when did she have 33 fucking matches?
She was on Dark a lot.
Well, let's put it this way. A lot of people forget that she lost to Britt Baker in that unsanctioned match. And Britt Baker got the biggest shine out of that whole match.
Yeah.
So
no, she won that unsanctioned match.
Oh yeah. Thunder Rosa won that match.
Yeah, Thunder. That's what I was saying. A lot of people forget that she won.
Well, it didn't count on the record anyway because it was unsanctioned. So
but I mean, a lot of people forget that she won because Britt Baker got the biggest shine out of that. But otherwise,
let's get back on track.
Otherwise, this match, outside of her having that $5 Stone Cold Steve Austin skull on the back of her jacket, it wasn't that great of a match. I mean, Ruby tried her best, but I mean, Nyla I can't get anything match of her.
Jake, you had 4 perspectives here. What are your thoughts on everything we just said?
This is my favorite bit of all time.
Yep, here comes the pickup line.
This one sounds like I wrote it. Someone broke into my house last night and stole all my antidepressants. Well, I hope they're happy.
Yeah, Brother Quarter passing those things out for his ladies.
Antidepressants? He must not be doing a very good job.
No.
He's from the 70s. He's got a pocket full of coke and who knows how many things.
He doesn't have antidepressants. He's got better.
Imagine that's the saddest thing I've ever heard. It's like you fuck someone. It's like, here, you'll need this. What is this? It's a fucking antidepressant.
Well, that would explain why Jake had him.
Bingo.
I'm gonna zoom past this. Malachi versus.
Get it? Because we're on Zoom.
Immediately, Black takes his head off. Griff attempts some shit. He's in his hometown. That's good luck, right? He actually gets a 2 count on Black, attacks to the leg, knees to face, and a half crab. Spells the end of Griff. Brian Pillman Jr. eats a waffle jalapeno for helping. Now it's time for the main event. They hyped up the entire fucking match. Sting, Darby, and Punk versus MJF and FTR. Sting with Punk face paint. Good Lord. CM Punk with Sting face paint. As corny as it is, I like how both teams are in matching gear. Tony calls MJF a spineless piece of shit for not facing Punk to start. MJF keeps avoiding Punk. Sting was tagged in, did 3 moves, and the crowd marked out. You still got it.
Rest of the week.
MJF runs into the stands to avoid Punk. FTR and MJF on the outside. Darby fucking lawn darts himself into all 3 of them. That motherfucker hit him hard too. Commercial picture-in-picture. Sting whooping up on Cash. He getting beat down by Punk and Darby as well. Cash tossed Darby over the top rope, and his head bounced off the top rope and the apron. My God, that guy's gonna have CTE very quickly. MJF spits water on Punk. Darby getting abused now. They really giving this match a ton of time, by the way. FTR probably told Sting not to pull any punches. Beat the shit out of us, you old fuck. Sting had Scorpion Deathlock on Dax. Cash distracts Ref. MJF attacks Sting. Punk just stands there on the apron staring at everything. He didn't help anybody. Second commercial picture-in-picture, MJF being disrespectful to Sting. Dax attacks the arm of Sting, does the Dax attacks kicks. That's what I'm calling them. Those are my favorite. 15 minutes in, Sting looks like he regrets doing this. All gassed and wobbly. Sting falls onto MJF's yam bag. Oh, yam bag Jones. Shout out to Taz. FTR beat down Punk. Tony all fired up on MJF hate during the entire match. Something happened off camera with MJF and Darby. Not really sure what happened. It had to do with the table. Yellow belly scum, Caliber says. GTS countered with a big rig by FTR, almost win. Sting no sells MJF's DDT, then attacks MJF's yam bag Jones again with the ropes. Sting tosses MJF onto FTR on the outside. MJF lands on his fucking head. My God, that looked really bad. I hope he's all right, but obviously he is. Sting jumps off the top rope onto the 3. Dax sacrifices himself to save MJF. Triple finishers to Dax. Of course, Punk, Darby, and Sting win. MJF gets on commentary calling Sting a bitch for running away from him. Sticks, your thoughts on the main event of Dynamite?
Well, I just basically watched this for MJF and FTR. Outside of Sting taking like 5 hours to get on the top to jump off onto those 3. I mean, we all knew who was going to win this. I mean, especially when you saw the 2 guys, Sting and CM Punk, essentially sucking each other off with their face paint. I mean, I could have gone without this. I mean, you could have had this open the show, and I would rather seen Adam Cole and Orange Cassidy main event. But I mean, they're going to do this because where they were at and then with who was in it. So, I mean, it was okay. I wasn't too invested in it, but.
Before we get to Ceizar and Brett, the world is dying to hear what Jake has to say about the main event of Dynamite.
The face paint was fucking dumb.
Yes.
Did you know the first French fries weren't actually cooked in France? They were cooked in Greece.
Wait, okay, so I just want, in case anyone doesn't get the joke, so what the joke is...
No.
No, we don't need the breakdown. We're good.
Break down every joke.
No,
I'm going to from now on.
no.
Your thoughts on the trios tag main event of Dynamite?
Once I saw CM Punk come out with a face paint, I didn't watch it. Jake, read another fucking thing out the book.
Yes, I'll do it. All right.
You got to give the people what they
want. You got to give the people what they want.
Oh,
my addiction to helium is out of control, but no one takes my cries for help seriously.
So, in case you guys don't understand,
that's about what I thought of, because I literally did not watch it. You are telling me what happened.
I don't blame you.
Right now.
So
Brett,
basically,
for
helium makes your voice high.
Okay, Brett.
And
Let's get
Okay, Brett, not the science guy. We got it.
that's my coming to APPW soon.
That's how we get you back in.
It's Brett and I, the science guy, and Dr. N Bread as a tag team.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh my God! Why did I say that? It's horrible.
It's gonna happen now. Great.
But anyway, yeah.
Let me make a note.
AEW posted on their YouTube the entrance, and we're like, this could be the coolest entrance of all time. And I watched it, and CM Punk, like, I
Gotta be
respect
Tony Skeets behind the IG page. It's gotta be.
I respect the fucking like you want to show that respect, go on. But I saw someone post, it's like someone commented on one of those. It's like this is essentially like if Seth Rollins or not Seth Rollins, like if fucking who's the top babyface in WWE? Fucking Big E came
Roman
out.
Reigns.
Shut up, shut the fuck up. If fucking like Big E came out in like a full Stone Cold attire and was like, yeah, I'm paying respects to Stone Cold. Like
as long as he does the beer and everything. Oh
Yeah, he's gotta drink
it should
the beer at
happen.
the end.
Yeah.
It
no,
should happen.
it's with 2 boxes of fucking Bootios. That'd actually be cool.
It'd be fine.
You know what?
I wouldn't mind that.
The
But it's
guy
like-
throws him 2 boxes. Look at them shits.
And then he does milk because he needs the milk for the cereal.
Yeah. he still wears. He has to wear the jacket and everything.
I wouldn't mind it. I'd like it a lot more than I like this.
But the paint that he looks like you would when you go to like a fucking county fair and like you get a tiger painted on your face.
Face paint on.
Yeah, like, and apparently Darby's was a tribute to Wolfpack Sting.
I don't get it. I thought it was a
Which-
tree or something.
Which I didn't get either. But
I thought
no,
it was
like,
all terrible.
it looks.
It didn't look like a
stupid.
crow, and his hair was pink.
They already made a shirt out of it.
Oh, Jesus
It's gonna
Christ.
sell.
It is.
People are also mad at Pro Wrestling Tees because of whole fucking data breach. There's a whole other sub story going on there.
I got that letter.
I got the letter too.
I got the letter.
No.
I got a fucking letter in the mail. Like, why
Yeah.
is Pro Wrestling
Yeah.
Tees sending me a
Yeah.
letter?
And
I
it
got the
happened November 1st. November 1st.
And you're just getting a letter like the other
Wow.
day.
And apparently their whole customer service is like when someone asks about it, they're like, I don't know, fucking look up the laws yourself. I don't know to help you.
That's what I get for getting
Great.
that Sami Zayn.
Great website, guys. Great website.
But no, it's just the match was whatever. Like MJFTR is a great name, and I think they should be a trio going forward if they're gonna go that route. But
I totally missed it the first time and had to rewind it. I was
I
like,
don't know.
did he say MJFTR? Like, damn, that shit's cold. But you know, MJF don't miss. He don't miss.
Yeah, so that's kind of my thoughts.
He's white Carmelo
We're gonna
head.
go over Rampage very quickly. Hook, of course, he's awesome. He destroyed Bear. They need to get behind that kid, push him to the moon. And then the horrific main event. Sammy versus Cody. I did write a lot of notes, but I'm not gonna say them. Fucking Cody Jarrett is now 3-time TNT champion, doing exactly what Cody Jarrett does, squashing young talent. It was a good match, I'll give him that, but he took out Sammy, who was just starting his TNT title run. Cody, of course, doing. I want this to lead to Cody being heel, but he said he's not going to be heel. People hate him, they boo him. I love it. It sucks for Sammy, but Bretsky brought up some good points. I'll let him say it. But yeah, that was the outcome of Rampage this week. You didn't really have to watch it. It was something to watch on Christmas if you got tired of talking to your family. But even then, it was a double-edged sword. Bretsky, go ahead and say what we were talking about earlier.
So I think it's interesting because there's so much going on. Like I don't want to comment on it, at least in terms of Sammy Guevara's personal life. But I think what could have happened always is we don't know. He could have always been like, listen, I want to focus on my own shit right now. Like, don't put the title, like, don't take the title off. And this all happened after they booked the Cody match. So they could have been planning, for all we know, they could have planned for Sammy to go over. And then he just like have this happen. Like, listen, just put it on Cody. Like just put it on Cody and I'll come back. So I think that we don't know the situation unless fucking Meltzer comes out and says something. But it's tough because Cody is so good, like in ring, all like it was the most well-rounded star they have for the most part. Like, but we know that he's EVP. No, well-rounded to American style is Cody Rhodes by far.
Oh, American
by
style.
far.
I thought you meant worldwide in general.
No, Kenny has still not adapted to American style. Kenny's still not as good as he was in Japan. But no, I mean, I think this could be interesting. I mean, like I know Mangry and I were talking about earlier before we came on air of, maybe having this be like a way for Paige or Sky to take it off of Cody and then Sammy takes it off of them or something like that. But no one wants to see this. No one wants to see this. And you can yell all you want that it's long-term booking. but it's essentially the same thing as like as you can say Cena beating the Nexus at 2010 and SummerSlam was long-term booking. It's like, sure, it might be, but no one wants to fucking see it. So, yeah.
Ceizar, this is could all be another like all the theories we said already, plus press for the Go Big Show's returning. Put the belt on Cody, you'll get more attention. I don't know. There's a lot of theories out there, but Ceizar, what are your 2 cents on Cody fuck shit Jarrett becoming a 3-time TNT champion?
One, it's stupid because if Sammy did want the title off, okay, I get what you're saying, Bretsky, and that actually just makes the most sense. But why not give it to Ethan Page or Scorpio Sky then? You could have literally still had this match with Cody. You could have had those 2 guys come out, interfere, hurt Sammy, give him the knee or the shoulder, and then have one of them exploit that while the other one cheats on Wednesday. It's literally just, 4 days away, and have Sammy lose there. And therefore, you're not putting it back on Cody. Yeah, like you said, he's going to promote Go Big. He would do that anyway. If he didn't win the title, he'd still promote Go Big Show. And then you are giving a star, like you said, some more shine. The obvious choice is to put it on Scorpio Sky. Dan Lambert said it best. Or if you want to promote Ethan Page and get him hyped up and try to fuck around with Darby some more, they still had beef and he got that coffin drop that elevates him to I guess Darby kind of level. Because Darby had that title and he couldn't beat him for it. Well, he fought him afterwards, but he couldn't beat Darby. Gives Darby something to do. Yes, it's going back to that feud, but when there's a belt in the line, it brings more eyes to it, brings more attention to it. So you could reignite it without it being old again. And Ethan Page could be like, bitch, no, we fought some crazy casket match. That was your shit. Why don't you beat me technically in the ring? Why can't you do that for this title? You could spin it that way, or you could get more hype than Scorpio Sky. Yeah, he was your first ever tag team champion. He won that brass ring challenge, which was supposed to give him more hype into going to his heel turn. And then, yeah, he beats Sammy Guevara, who beat Miro, who was giving people the business every week. He was doing it like Cody did. He was doing it every week until you guys decided to take him out. And don't get me wrong, if you want to keep Dan Lambert around, you're paying him to talk. He's with a champ now. He's with somebody with a belt. So you gotta he gonna spray his fuck shit over anything. He's gonna be like, well, look what I told you. Look what I told you when we get a shot. With one of our guys, the men of the year, get the damn title. Oh, Sammy Guevara, who y'all said was the next big guy at AEW. He couldn't do it. Sammy couldn't do it. Our guys did it. That's another way. There's a way, yeah, I get it, when you want to go with what's comfortable because you know it's going to work until you figure out what you want to do. But sometimes you got to risk it to give people a shot to see if they can perform with it. If you can't perform with it, then fine. Go back to comfortable. Go back to Cody coming back out being like, yo, you bitches interrupted that match. Fuck shit. I'm Cody Jarrett. Bow. Give me the title. If he sucks with it, fine. You can go back to Cody Jarrett. Everybody hates him anyway and doesn't want, like you said, we don't want to see it. If you think he can't perform with it, we don't want to see it. But give these fuck boys a shot. I mean, you're literally dumping money into great talent that are coming from everywhere to come to your show. So people who were thinking they were going to be front of the card, mid of the card, are now relegated to dark. But people getting TV time at least, you got to prove that they can take care of your company when these guys get hurt. I mean, the Bucks are damn near been hurt for 3 years. Kenny's got to have massive surgery because he's overworked. Yes, you have the belt on Hangman so he can hold it. Yeah, but you're bringing in all these new guys. Yeah, and they're all great. Daniel Bryan, Adam Cole. Yes, they can hold up your company in case your other guys get injured. But if you don't build new guys, Daniel Bryan ain't going to be around there for 18 years. He ain't building that shit. Motherfucker might get another contract, another 3-year contract, and he out. He on the farm, on the back 48, shucking corn, hitting Brie in the anus so they can handle more kids. I don't know. You have to build these guys you're bringing in. You got fucking Jay Lethal. You got fucking Jay Lethal. And then he's got New Japan stuff to deal with and come back. You want to give the belt to Cody. Cody don't need no belts. Cody don't need shit else. He's Cody. He can come in there and do whatever the fuck he wants and walk away. Do whatever he wants. I mean, it's just, I get it. I still hate it, but I don't get it. because you want to be something new, yet you're doing same old shit. And that's my only problem with it. You say you're new, you say you're interesting, you say you're talent driven, and you gotta fuck over your talent.
Well, Sticks, I know for sure you watched Rampage. Do you have any thoughts on the entire program?
Like I basically told you guys, the only decent thing about this whole episode was watching the development of Hook. And just with the whole main event, like Ceizar said, Cody doesn't need a belt. You could trot him out there for any TV show. For a company, you need to take a stand and be like, we have so much talent here that we can. I mean, like he said, you could have Ethan Page or Scorpio Sky. If you want, why aren't we seeing them on any of these commercials? I mean, you want to build your talent. You need to do that. Don't go back to the well of all reliable, because guess what? After a while, you're going to have enough of these guys that are just going to say, screw it. I'll go back to the indies. I'll go back. I may take a little bit of a pay cut, but I'll get out of here. I won't be relegated to a YouTube show.
Well, Brian Cage is already wanting to quit.
Yeah,
I ain't seen that motherfucker.
It's going to be the second person, because I think Big Swole asked for her release. And
well, that was medical wise.
Yeah. Big Swole's got medical issues too.
But like,
and they've only ever released like fucking whatever the fuck his name was, who was like a pedophile or sex offender. And
he went to like rehab, but then he's a pedophile, so they got rid of him.
And then fucking some chick from England because they couldn't book her.
She's stuck in England. That's COVID.
We don't need to.
Didn't they have B Priestley? I think
that's who it was. That's who it was.
Now she's on NXT UK,
killing it.
Yeah,
she doesn't have to like travel far for that shit.
Yeah,
she get on a plane.
Well, they had the whole thing. She was dating who was it? Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
Then they had that angle when he turned on her, and then she was like, I don't know if that was at the time she was contractually done, but then she was gone for a while. Then next thing you know, she shows up on NXT UK. But regardless, they have enough talent without having to go back to your reliables of Cody or Kenny. You got to start at some point. You got to start building these guys up.
I did enjoy, by the way, Taz and Ricky Starks, them on commentary during Hook's match. If you haven't heard it, go back and listen to it. It was hilarious. Taz was like, "They don't know. They don't know." Like he was all kinds of like fucking bragging about Hook, and Ricky was like, "Oh damn!" Like, and Taz was like, "Bring on the 300-pounders. Bring on the 400-pounders." Like he was just loving it.
Cynic should have known his boy was going to get destroyed by Hook.
Rampage. Like, as soon as you saw that little picture up there, it's like, yeah, he'll be lucky if he lasts 5 minutes with this kid.
I heard Hook was good though. I heard it was.
He's good. I mean, he's
a really good man.
And I like their approach they're taking him with him. They're not giving him a match and then he's got a TNT title shot.
Well, it's going to be
build him up slow.
It's going to be really sad when he loses to Cody. But until then, Jake, you heard all of our perspectives on all this AEW stuff. But the world wants to know. Cody. The world wants to know. What are your
wins to lose to Cody?
I mean, you all pretty much said it. They need to start building their new guys. They have so much talent on the roster. That's not why anybody's here. Two goldfish are in a tank. One looks at the other and says, "I'll man the gun. You steer."
So if anyone doesn't know what the joke is,
kill yourself. Both of you.
You are not his advocate. You do not need to fucking.
One more, Jake. One more.
I'm his wise man.
Two soldiers are in a tank. One looks at the other and says, "Blub, blub, 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 blub."
Is that the one right after it?
It sure is.
So basically.
You know what? I'll give you that one because it's right after it. I'll give you that one because it's right after it.
I love
giving
Brett.
Him shit.
I love
giving him shit.
Explaining the fucking I love it. All right. Well, I'm actually glad Jake's here for this because, folks, gentlemen, I actually reached out to the Tripod Pretzels and got some questions individually.
Ooh.
So I will get
answers first questions.
All y'all. First,
I didn't write shit. I didn't know.
It's from Matthew JH 138.
Oh.
He asked,
how many questions did he write? You're reading the best one. I'm not doing this shit.
Well, he did 3.
Yeah, you got to read the best one.
You got to fill time, right?
What is a resolution that you actually kept, Jake?
I don't do New Year's resolutions. That's dumb. I know I'm not going to keep them, so I'm not going to do it. Like, I'm not going to. Who cares anyway? Just better yourself throughout the year if you really want to do some shit like that. But
better
no,
myself.
Well, if it's a New Year's resolution, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't better myself. I say the same shit every year. I'm gonna get more
Then
drunk.
there you go.
I'm gonna
Then
get
you
more
don't need to do.
ignorant. I'm gonna get more ratchet, and I'm gonna be out in these streets.
There
That's
you
what
go.
I say every year.
That's the real
Wow.
wise man right there.
That's
That
the
is real
resolution,
wise
though. You're
man
getting
right there.
better. That's better.
Ceizar is the champion of New Year's resolutions. Sticks, any resolutions that you kept?
Say no fuck shit. Like I'm
Hell
going to the
no.
gym. Fuck the gym.
Hell no.
This has been the only thing I've consistently kept up with in my life. That's it. That's it.
Brett, resolution. Do the Jews make resolutions?
New Year's is still a thing for them? What do you mean?
Is it Jews-olution?
I don't know. They got some motherfuck shit. I don't know.
We
New
celebrate
Year's
Chinese
Eve.
New Year. No.
You're the
Let's
rat.
see. I would say that my resolution that I kept was to beat Ceizar in APPW 13-6 at Summerfest in our
Wait,
in
so you're
that
not the
match,
good
so.
Gretzky? You're the great Gretzky?
well, it's a kind of like
there's that third
right
face
now,
Wait a
we're
minute.
talking about.
How did you
Okay.
make it a homeless shelter? You're not out back behind
Yeah,
that
I
dumpster
mean,
no more?
because the dumpster beats you 24/7 at the Big Brunch Cantina.
Are you in
as we
Jake's
all know.
basement? Are
And
you in
that's a
Jake's
way
basement?
better loss record than
Why he doesn't have the
13-6.
bathroom.
hey guys, I'm the good Gretzky again.
I
know where that
bet,
came
I
from,
bet.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
there it is. There.
Are
it
you
is.
gonna put up the mask thing too? When you put your chili meat out?
What are you talking about? I must be referring to Senor Payne, who's a great guy, really handsome, really.
He's got a
talented.
really dashing new partner too. I don't. Man,
no,
they're
Sparta
doing
sucks.
well.
His
They're doing
partner
really. The
sucks.
tag champs. They're doing well.
Yeah, that was all.
We'll
see-
get
see-
to APPW. We'll get to it. This one involves food, so I'm gonna ask it. What is
Yeah.
your favorite Chinese
Matthew
food
J.H.
dish? Sticks.
Is it Matthew J.H. again?
Yes. Sticks, your favorite
Who'd you
Chinese
ask?
dish.
Sticks.
I don't really eat Chinese food outside of Top Ramen, so
How dare you, sir?
That's not even Chinese. It's
It's
Japanese.
Japanese.
I don't fuck care. Hey,
You
Some
fucking
kind of
racist
Asian-
prick.
ballpark,
Fuck it.
ballpark. It's
Yeah.
ballpark.
It's in the same area.
Racist. That's
I
why
don't
you're
eat
the
Chinese
fucking
food
club.
except for
You're
fucking
racist.
hot dogs.
Well, Bretsky, we know you were eating Chinese food yesterday. What was
Nope.
your
Does he
favorite?
come from some
Do
young
you
guy?
even celebrate not Christmas? What
No,
the fuck?
we had fucking burgers in the freezer that we
What's
made.
wrong with you? What kind of Jew are you?
I mean,
The real one. He didn't celebrate Christmas.
Yeah, but he celebrates Christmas by going to the movies and eating Chinese food.
Is this
I
the
don't know,
OC?
not really, not really a big fan of Chinese food. I
What?
will say I like lo mein.
Oh,
I'll say lo mein.
Ceizar, please give us some Chinese food here.
All right, man. Depends. It's either General Tso's chicken. Damn right, it's chicken. You racist pricks. Or it's beef and broccoli. That's it. That's all you need. And 2 egg rolls and 3 duck sauces. Because one of them duck sauces going on your mama's ass that night when I'm up in it. Damn right. That's all you need from the Chinese food spot. It's either number 24 or number 7. Put that extra shit in there, Chin. I'm trying to pass out after I eat that shit.
All right, Jake, we have heard a lot of food stories from you on the Steel Raw after party, but refresh our memory, friend. What kind of Chinese food do you eat?
Just judging by my physique here, you may think, oh, big Chinese food fan. I'm not either. So
You white people are so disrespectful.
I know we're the worst.
It ain't like
I,
real
I do
dog.
like a nice crispy scallion pancake as far as like sides go. I like one of those. Those are good. What the fuck, Britzy? What the fuck?
It's the Chinese flag.
That's great.
We're getting
It's just like,
canceled.
whoa.
We're getting canceled.
That's it. Yeah, no, I'm not a big Chinese food fan.
Ceizar is correct. Beef and broccoli is the best. Up next, a Nick Kern asks,
But
Sounds like corn.
if you could kill any wrestler of today because you
Cynic.
feel like we would all be better off
He's
with
a
no
wrestler.
consequences, how would you
Yeah.
murder Cody Rhodes?
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Well, I wouldn't murder
No.
Cody Rhodes. I would invite Cody Rhodes to a house where I killed Nick Splice, murdered him greatly in the ring, blood everywhere. So that as soon as Cody walked in, his hand would be on the doorknob and his boots would be covered in Nick Splice's blood. So he'd get blamed for it and go to jail and get the chair. So therefore, I got a twofer. That's how I.
That's
I
the
would
right
tell
answer.
how I killed Nick Splice.
Caesar getting all CSI on our asses. Jake,
Goddamn right. I watch all the shows. I gotta know how they do that.
How would you murder Cody Rhodes?
I'm not gonna murder Cody Rhodes. I'm gonna murder the APPW version of Matthew JH and just do everyone a favor.
Yeah.
Moral JH. The
Yeah, that guy.
funeral next week. Brett, how would you murder Cody Rhodes?
Well, actually, I wouldn't. I would actually just go up to Sin of Chaos and show him a picture of Orange Cassidy, and he would die of a heart attack.
I like that.
Sticks. Would you murder Cody Rhodes? Sticks.
I would essentially just do kind of what Ceizar said, but I would just have it throw the Fudget Club and Cody Rhodes in a house together and hope that we get a tie and all of them died.
Some guns in there, some knives.
Yeah.
Hashtag working my way up to a Booker T level. Hashtag 3-time. Hashtag YouTube's champion. Hashtag Black Snake moaning because he lost. Oh, brother Quarter. Hashtag he cuts a mean promo though. Hashtag Jake sucks all the cock. That's funny because he didn't even know Jake was good.
I'm glad I'm here for it.
Hashtag fuck Jake. Hashtag Ceizar ain't the worst champ. Hashtag but I still ain't putting him over. Oh, shots fired. Hashtag CBG, the greatest champ of all time. Hashtag Merry Crumass. Hashtag thank you, fuck you, bye.
I might have to come back into the company just to take that YouTube championship from him again.
Well, that's up to $1 million calorie Mitch.
I don't care about him.
Actually, that was all the questions. I asked Jake.
Oh, all right. Well,
I asked Jake if he wanted to come on. I asked a question. He goes, "You know what? I'll just come on instead." So I was like, "All right."
that was
I
anticlimactic.
mean, I'm just saying, you missed the greatest pay-per-view known to man. I mean, that pay-per-view was slapping top to bottom.
I
Just had to quit.
Speaking of the
I don't
great
take losses well.
pay-per-view of all times, gentlemen, we are now going to review Prominence. APPW presents its first ever December pay-per-view, of course, run by the Fuck It Club themselves, called Prominence. We kick the night off with an 8-man former champion battle royal. It pits the
First of all, a great intro put together.
Oh,
by
yeah.
Troy,
beautiful.
by Troy and the guys.
Beautiful.
Oh man, Troy.
You're a god, Troy. You're a
That
god.
audio and the song selection was great as well, Troy. Jesus Christ. Troy was out here doing work, the Lord's work. And that's why, Troy, you get a free all-time VIP membership to the Big Brunch Cantina. You damn right.
Wow.
Wow.
Ambulance just took him. The ambulance just took him to the ER for jaundice. But
But when he gets out, it's on me, baby. It's on me.
the night kicked off with a former champion 8-man battle royal, the Million Calorie Man, Senior Payne, Brock Nicer, Zanko Rhodes, Penta, Andy with an I, Mr. Fuji, and Boston's Lone Wolf. All
Yeah, what championship did Senior Payne win?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
my
I'm
question.
confused too.
Yeah,
I
why
don't
was
get
he in the
there.
match?
I'm not sure who authorized it.
The fucking Mitch.
We can
bro.
ask.
Mitch-
We can ask Dr. Inbred, but no. Of course, Mr. Every time I have a battle royal like this, someone gets eliminated before I even intro everybody.
Every time. Every
So
time.
fucking Mr. Fuji got eliminated.
Oh.
immediately.
Wait, what
Uh,
championship
Senior
did he
Payne.
win?
He's
Decent.
the first ever.
He was the decent champion. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember watching.
He had to
it was
hurry up and
down-
get back to the Big Brunch Canteen to make them French fries.
It was down to Million Calorie Man and Andy. The Million Calorie Man wins. I was really hoping that Zanka or Andy was going to win this. I gave it 6 pretzels for the unpredictability. Ceizar, your thoughts on the opening battle royal to determine the 4th spot and the Money in the Stank main event?
As soon as I saw Brock Nicer's bitch ass go out, this shit was great for me because I was laughing. So I was like, fuck you, JH. You ain't getting no point here. I was kind of hoping, and I thought Andy was going to pull it out too.
Yeah.
And the old Mitch, I thought Mitch was going to cheat his way into that briefcase. But old Mitch, pulled it out, man. I don't know. But it was a good surprise. Everybody got their ass whooped in that match. Yeah, Zanka went out early. Fucking Fuji popped me. It popped me. He was like, there's an 8-man battle royal for the goddamn it. Somebody's
Mr. Fuji has been eliminated.
Xbox couldn't even fall asleep. Goddamn, somebody was out. Yeah, I gotta go with that. I gotta give it old 6 just for surprisability. Old Mitch punch a ticket into the main event.
Yeah, my Xbox.
You gotta love an underdog. You gotta love an underdog in the main event.
My Xbox just woke up and got a cup of coffee, and Mr. Fuji's feet were on the ground already.
Already on the ground. Didn't even get to put no vanilla or hazelnut in his coffee yet. Fuji's already out.
Your thoughts on the opening battle royal of Prominence?
It was good. I gave it a 7, and I think we could get a little something down the road between Andy and Millie Calorie Mitch. I mean, when we got down to those two, that was good, and just had a feeling when you saw Mitch when he came out. It was like, I think we kind of know who's gonna make it in there, and Andy gave him a fight. So I gave it a 7. It was a good way to open up the greatest pay-per-view of all time.
You think Mitch is still mad
wouldn't be
because
the
we
first
skipped him at
time
the beginning?
either, because Andy and the Million Calorie Man
Probably.
battled over the decent championship. Good friends, better enemies, but I digress. Bretsky, your thoughts on the opening battle royal of Prominence?
Yeah, I gave it 6 as well. It would have been higher if Senior Payne wasn't in there, because again, he's not a former champion. He's a current champion now, which we'll get to, but he's not a former champion.
Oiler.
But I don't know. I think it was very well put together. I think it was very funny seeing Fuji eliminated so fast.
So good.
But but no, I mean, yeah, the ending sequence with Andy and Mitch was nice. I mean, I hate that Mitch won because fuck the Million Calorie Mitch. As many times as he pays for the $1 million chicken and waffles, fuck the Million Calorie Mitch. But no, I mean, he earned his way in. He, even though he didn't earn his way into the battle royal, he earned his way, through the battle royal. So I think it was a good way to kick off the show.
I came to Jake last because I have no fucking clue if he watched it or not. Jake,
It's all spoilers.
did you watch?
I did.
Oh,
And I give
He
this
contributed.
first match a 0 out of 0 pretzels. No pretzels.
Well,
No.
0 out of 10, actually.
No, wrong. No
He's
0,
gonna-
no 10, no all zeros.
He's gonna
Nothing.
rate them all 0 except for
0
one match.
because
Yeah.
the Million Calorie bitch, that guy,
Never
he's
mind,
always
never mind.
sticking his nose where it doesn't belong.
Oh, tell him, don't preach. Get on your soapbox, baby.
Hey,
Go on and
how's
preach. It's Sunday. It's
how's
Sunday,
that-
baby. Go on, preach. Go
How's
on,
that
preach.
unemployment line?
Yeah. Give us that Sunday school speaking.
I
that
can
you
be
just did, my
back in
man.
that shitty company anytime I want.
He's not even on the unemployment line, Mangria, because he quit. He didn't get fired.
That's
Well,
true.
as soon as
Yeah,
his
he packed his
welfare
ball up
check
and he
clears,
walked out.
and we
You
can-
I
didn't
walked
get
out.
unemployment.
I walked out and shocker, the Million Calorie Mitch abuses his power and he's back in the main event of a show. What a surprise. You need me and Bretsky. You need us to be 25% owners.
No.
You know why? You know
No, you
why?
don't.
Because you
You
can't not you, the other guy, the fat rich idiot. He can't
Yeah.
abuse his power if we're around.
He still lost in the main event, though. Spoilers.
That's true. That's true.
Up next,
So it worked out. It worked
championship
out.
Triple threat match. It's Andy with an eye pulling double duty. Of course, this was his last opportunity to capture a women's championship belt because he's been fighting bitches since August. Andy with an eye from the Fuck It Club versus Bailey, Our Lady Pam, the
Our Lady
APPW
Pam.
champion, versus Mrs. Mangria, the first ever Plan B champion.
Doing bitches dirt.
Mrs. Mangria KOs Bailey with a chop block. I didn't even know that was possible. Retaining her Plan B championship. Those were the rules.
Respect her.
Up next, Andy KOs Mrs. Mangria, finally accomplishing his dream of becoming APPW Women's Champion. Andy with an eye, got to give it up for him. He finally accomplished his goal. Andy, I give it up to you, my man. You get
That's a sitting ovation. A sitting ovation for you, Andy.
7 pretzels with the salt. I enjoyed calling that match. I mean, yeah, I enjoyed calling that match, and you finally got it. We'll start out with Jake this time. Let's see if he didn't fast forward to this one.
What do you think I did? What do you think I did?
Sticks, your thoughts on the triple threat women's match?
I agree with you. I gave it
Come on,
7.
Jake.
I gave it 7 because our man, Andy with an eye, the measuring dick, but now maybe the measuring clit of APPW is
Big old thumb clip.
women's champion.
Like China.
That man.
Mm-hmm.
And that man did it. He KO'd Our Lady Pam.
Whew.
Did it. Congratulations, Andy. I give you 7, my man.
Bretsky, your thoughts. One title changed hands.
I went 8 pretzels here.
Oh,
8 pretzels. I think this is for my money, the best women's match
Mhm.
in APPW history.
Yeah.
Giant
yeah,
clit.
there's a thumb clit.
There it is. Right
rest
there.
in peace.
R.I.P.
Speaking of, also rest in peace, Mr. Brodie. Today's the anniversary of his
Yes,
death.
R.I.P. dog.
But yeah, no, this was great. I think it's good because Mrs. Mangria was not ready for that. The full rub of both titles, but it was good to have her retain the Plan B. It also makes sense because she's undefeated, but she was tired. Like, how is she expected to A, compete with a man, and B, fucking compete twice in one night, essentially 2 matches? So I think it was very well put together, very well organized. I'm sorry, Pam, we love you, but it's Andy and Mrs. M's time.
And apparently, we have pictures of Our Lady Pam with the leg brace on. Apparently, Mrs. Mangria fucked that knee up. Ceizar, what are your thoughts on that triple threat women's championship match, which you yourself put the rules together? You saw it executed. How do you think it was done?
Dude, when you see something and you have a vision, you know what I'm saying? When you're sitting there eating a taco, a burrito, drunk at 3:30 a.m., and you have a vision of a match, this is what was supposed to be executed. This was great. This is exactly what I thought at 3:30 a.m. I had to write it down. Well, actually, I took a video of myself because I know if I write it down, it'd be drunk writing, and I couldn't read that shit. I had to take a video.
We were gonna question you.
I had to take a video of this, and then set an alarm to hey, watch video, dumbass, when you wake up. Drunk me and sober me are two totally different, people. But no, this was perfect. It was great. It had me in suspense. Of course, I was rooting for Andy. I was like, come on, man, beat these bitches. Why you outside sucking air, taking breath? Beat these bitches. And then Miss Mangria got that first one. I was like, oh, man, Miss Mangria about to take the whole title, baby. Come on, Andy. First, we need a point to beat the Fudger Club. And second of all, I was like, come on, man, you better than this. Spear these bitches. That's going to knock them out. Give them that Goldberg special. These bitches can't take it. I was like, grown men was losing to the Goldberg special. You think these bitches can eat that shit? Not to call no bitch no hoe in that match.
Of course.
Just saying. Of course, respectful. But yeah, old Andy pulled it out. Plan B, though. Plan B if you don't pull out. At the Big Bird Kid. He pulled it out. He got the dub. He got the point for the fucking club. He was standing tall at the end of the match. He's the new heavyweight champion. Like I knew he could be. Beat these bitches down.
Pretzels?
He's a gentleman. Oh, yeah, I would agree with Bretsky. It's 8. It's definitely an 8. It was suspenseful. I didn't know who was going to win each round. I'm, looking everywhere. I'm like, damn, Miss Mangria going to take both, maybe. She took out Our Lady Pam, who was on a crazy hot streak of beating bitches. Took her out. Miss Mangria wanted her Plan B championship. So, Miss Mangria, she took an L, but she really didn't, because ain't nobody beat her for that Plan B championship yet. But she did take that L to Andy. Andy got the heavyweight, the women's title. I'm just saying, it's great. Andy got that title. Great match. I was not disappointed. Edge of my seat.
Jake, don't fucking nod. You didn't watch it, you asshole. Up next,
don't care.
History
agrees with me.
Match.
It sounded good.
A promo
I'll paint a picture.
Brother Quata.
Young 25.
Off with a promo which everybody enjoyed. It was for the vacated YouTube Championship. Apparently, he's now known as Nick Splice versus Brother Quata. And this was the surprise of the night for me.
Yes, it was.
I thought it was gonna be a quick match. I didn't know who was gonna win. I just thought it was gonna be a quick match.
This shit was great.
Match. I lost my mind calling this match. I loved it. The tables were brought out. It was an Extreme Rules match.
The
boombox had made a return. Splice wins it with the leaping pile driver on top of the broken table, becoming the first ever and perhaps only ever 3-time YouTube champion. I fucking loved it. This gets 7 pretzels with the mustard for me. I enjoyed every second of this match. We will go with Stixie Drip Drip first. What did you think of the YouTube Extreme Rules Championship match?
If there's a match that is upset match of the night, this was it. I gave it 8 with the salt because I'm telling you this right now. I was expecting Brother Quarter, young 25, to come walking in maybe work up one bead of sweat, walk out, get on that drip jet, head back to Jake Mama's place, and let the and cap off Sticksmas night. But what happened? This Nick, whatever we want to call him, Nick Splice, Chaos, Emeralds, Dipidus, out, just pulled it out. And you know what? Congratulations, but good luck. Good luck, man. Because I don't think Young 25 is probably not done with you yet. But he might be. He might be. But
was an opportunity given by Big Carpe himself.
Yeah.
Saw your thoughts on this surprise of the night, Extreme YouTube Championship match.
God damn. I mean, I gotta agree with Sticks. For me, yeah, this was like 8 in the salt, almost 8 in the must. Almost. This was 8 in the salt. This was a definite surprise. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. Brother Quarter had 2 in the tank, ready to go. Cynic was hitting the back fist. The boombox came out. The Sting bat was out. They were on the outside, the inside. Them fools was wrestling, close falls everywhere. BQ was just trying to celebrate and get right and come to the cantina that night. I mean, Nick Splice came and he showed his ass. He showed his ass and he got that dub. It was a miracle on 34th Skeet. Nick Splice, he got that dub. He wanted. He was a little bit more hungry. BQ was hungry, but Nick Splice was starving. That's the only way I can explain it.
Brother starving.
He was starving. He was down bad. He was down bad and he was starving. He was thirsty for that title. BQ wanted it. You heard he gave a passionate interview. He was ready.
Moved
he
me.
wasn't scared.
Moved me.
I was in tears when I heard it. I was in tears.
Damn right.
We was in the back. I was in tears. I wiped 2 tears from my eyes. Like a criminal who killed 2 people. 2 tears. Nick Splice wanted it. He ate the boombox. He ate the bat. He ate it all. He put BQ to the table. Whew, he just needed it. And then that power driver sealed it away. Thought BQ could do it. I thought Young 25 had it in the bag. He did not. He came up short. Gentlemen. I don't know what to tell you, but this was 8 in the salt for me. It was great. I was on the edge of my seat once again.
Well, speaking of being on the edge of our seats, Bretsky, your thoughts of the surprise of the night?
Yeah, I also gave it 8 in the salt. I also went 8 in the salt. We're in consensus so far. I love the storytelling here of, it went back and forth and back and forth. We thought Nick Splice was going to win in the beginning, and then we thought BQ was going to win. And especially with the storytelling of the boombox and all that shit coming back. I will agree with Ceizar. I think Nick Splice was so hungry. He was so starving now. He's the kind of dude who would pay full price for Scarlett Bordeaux's fucking OnlyFans, knowing full well it's not going to be nude. But he's going to buy it anyway, hoping that he might get a sneak peek of them bored titties.
Even a side boob.
Even a side boob. This stuff he could find on her Instagram page for free. He's going to pay $20 a month.
Just any kind of discoloration.
Oh, God.
But no, this is a surprise of the night. I mean, jury still out on Nick Splice. It's a fucking, it's a name. It's something. But we'll see. I mean, you want to talk about Cody being a fucking 3-time TNT champion? Everyone hates it. This guy's been 3-time YouTube champion. Everyone hates it, but this upcoming run could be very interesting if he keeps up performances like this. So 8 in the salt from Bretsky.
Nick Splice sounds like a failed G.I. Joe. Jake,
sounds like a Motu character.
Did you catch any of this?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. Why do you keep asking me that?
Because you're you.
Wait. Do you really need us to ask you?
Jake watched the match? Jake watched the match?
I watched the whole thing. All of Cynic's gimmicks suck so bad he doesn't know which one to choose. I'm gonna read a joke.
Okay.
What did the fish say when he hit a concrete wall? Damn.
You didn't give it pretzels rating?
What?
The match?
What are you talking about?
Pretzels.
Moving on.
Hey, so if anyone doesn't understand, so a dam is
all right. We finally
Stuffed
have
water.
Boston's Lone Wolf gets his hands on Facebook Sean after months of this fucking story going on. Boston's trying to liberate Facebook Sean from the Fudget Club. Turns out Facebook Sean loves the fudge. And they meet
Bet
Oh.
he does. I
Oh,
bet he does.
out of 3
Pause.
calls. Hell in a Cell match. Boston's fucks him up, goes 2-0 with a pair of screwdrivers over Facebook Sean. I was a little disappointed in this. I knew Boss Stones was gonna win because he's Boss Stones, he wins. But I just wish they would have took it outside the cell. I wish weapons were involved. He beat the fuck out of him. I wish someone would have got busted open more. I just gave it 5 pretzels because it was Boss Stones getting his revenge straight up, not as violent as I would have hoped. But this time I will start with the dad joke provider.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to finish. What were you
Party
going to go?
Jake.
I am going to give it 0 pretzels out of 10. They suck, the both of them.
Wow.
Also,
That's a fair
is
argument.
Sean ever going to be liberated? Like, I mean, we keep talking about Boston's
he
liberating
loves-
Sean, and he keeps winning, and then Sean just stays. So what? Why is that a gimmick?
Sean
every
loves
time?
he got a promo. He loves the Fudge Club.
Jake
Loves
did
Jake.
dances
not
to the
listen
music.
to a word I said.
Nope.
Ceizar, your thoughts on this
did
Hell in a
not.
Cell match?
I also had more hopes for the Hell in the Cell. I thought somebody would get tackled through it or something. It's sad to say that I think Mitch and Bretsky had the best Hell in a Cell match of all time. I think in APPW.
Ooh.
That shit went a little bit everywhere, went a little bit crazy. But yeah, Facebook Sean, he ain't about that life. All Stones came in and whooped that ass real quick. It was like, bam, pin, screwdriver, pin, get the fuck out, bitch. You piece of shit. And then I'm like, this is what you gave up your chance for a decent title for? Like, literally? You could have fought Boss Stones. I guess Sean knew he was gonna lose. That's why he tried to give it to 138 and his bitch ass. But I digress. Yeah, I'm agree with you. It's a little 5, maybe a little 4. It's disappointing for Hell in a Cell. Like, I didn't see much action. It was all kind of Boss Stones, and he kind of rolled ass and fucked them up.
Bretsky Hell in a Cell at Prominence. Thoughts?
Yeah, this was the worst match on the card. I think
He's right.
I gave this 4 in the mustard, and it was, because Boss Stones got the win, but I think I think Hell in a Cell matches don't really do well when it's just 2 AIs, realistically, because they never go and do anything. Like Bretsky and Mitch had a good one, but other than that, really, I mean, like even Ceizar and Bretsky, like it was anticlimactic. This one was anticlimactic.
We all knew Ceizar was going to win. I mean, we all knew.
I mean, there's reasons. There's external reasons for that, but that's in the past.
But
That's in the
Ceizar was
past.
gonna win.
I'm just a good Bretsky here. I don't know.
I mean, I'm just saying, no, you're right. You're right. We all knew Ceizar was going to win. So,
But no, it just felt like, especially with the momentum that Sean had for him to lose so badly, it's like I can't take him. It's hard to take him seriously again. It's almost like JH sucks so bad that when he fucking made Sean go down a peg, he sucked all the good and like momentum out of him.
yeah.
So he just kind of bitched out.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is what it is. I gave it 4 in the mustard. It's nice to see Boss Stones get that win.
Sticks, bring us home on the Hell in a Cell match.
I gave it 4 in the salt. I mean, Boss Stones went in there with a game plan. It was going to be
He was
win
mad. He
by
was mad.
any means necessary, and he did. I mean, it was anticlimactic.
I think he left that battle royal early because he knew he was going to fuck up Facebook Sean. He was saying all his anger
Probably.
Oh yeah,
on Facebook Sean.
but he went in with a plan and he executed it, and he won. That as a competitor, that's all you want to do, and he did it.
Well, we can skip the tag team ladder match. Okay, up next, JH versus Stick.
Yeah, we're not going to skip the tag team ladder match. Come on, man.
The tag team ladder match saw defending champion JH versus AJ versus Ray Phoenix versus Nacho Grande. Nacho Grande actually wins.
Wait. First of all, under protest. Under protest.
Can you wait your turn?
No, no. I have to preface this now before you break down the match.
I only have 2 lines.
Okay, go ahead.
Nacho Grande wins. Ladder matches are always fun to call. You never know who will win. 6 pretzels. Ceizar, your thoughts on the tag team ladder match?
Under protest, this is the only match the Million Calorie Man actually wanted to change up competitors. I did not
Really?
I didn't even know, I didn't care about Nacho Grande. I was really emailing Taco Bell, but apparently I CC'd the Million Calorie Mitch my email against Taco Bell, and I was like, yo man, the Mexican pizza and Nacho Bel Grande need to come back to the menu. Apparently I forgot the Nacho Bel Grande never left, so I was emailing about the Mexican pizza.
Double duty. He's pulling double duty.
And then he called Nacho Bel Grande to fucking be in this ladder match. I had other people there. I didn't know there were people missing because I don't give a fuck about them. All I care about is the Fun Club and Brother Quarter. So I didn't know there was people missing and haven't been heard from. And so that's how Nacho Bel Grande got in this match. And so I don't even know how the fuck shit happened, but JH tried to hang himself on a ladder. No, I still don't even know how that shit happened.
I thought
I've never seen that
I thought they
happen.
were just gonna hand me that DC championship as I was watching in the back.
I think he got a text that Brother Quarter was sneaking in Nikki Numbers' house, and fucking he tried to hang himself in the middle of a match on live TV.
No, he got a picture of her in that bucket club 90,
and
he was like, "Yeah."
I think BQ snuck a drip jet to Jersey, and then halfway during the match,
I got text message saying that there was one that was taken out without prior authorization. So
I'm just saying,
and we know Sticks doesn't pull out unless he knows about it.
I'm just saying, Sticks
exactly. Unless I got that plan B on deck, baby.
Look, Sticks
If
be loaded.
this Jets are rocking. No.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
There's some turbulence.
It was sponsored. The Drip Jet Airlines was sponsoring the pay-per-view. So there was probably like 3 or 4 maybe in the parking lot. And there probably were some pilots there. And then the man could have he could have lost in Nick's place, got a jet to Jersey, and then send one of them selfies where he's hitting it from the back. Like I don't know. And maybe Jay tried to hang himself because his favorite secretary was getting banged out by a young 25. I don't know. The man could have been just doing what he was doing. I don't know.
Ceizar, pretzels.
I mean, for JH hanging himself, just that shit's gold. I mean, I gotta go all the way up. But for the match in general, no, this match was great as well. I'm giving this a 7 in the must. And it's all really JH hanging himself. I don't know about Nacho Bel Grande. I caught Sunday Night Skeet, but I was drunk. So I kind of forgot about that.
The Ceizar, I know.
I knew Senior Painkiller Cocktail is around. I didn't know he was partners with this guy, so these assholes are tag team championships now. It's fine. It's fine by me. I mean, it's not JH. So hey, and JH didn't win. That's another non-point for JH. You fake Mexican bitches. Keep winning them titles. And keeping JH away from it.
JH got royally fucked up in this match. Big time. Busted open, bleeding.
He was bleeding like a stuck pig, and then he hung himself on a ladder.
What did you think of this tag team ladder match?
I gave this 7 because of 2 things. 1, JH hanging himself, and 2, losing his tag team championship belt. I could have gone without Nacho favorite wrestler winning, but hey, him and Ceizar paying the tail on Jake's mama.
That might be the name of the episode.
I mean,
that's your favorite wrestler.
I mean, that's how I'm going to see him as. I mean, that's what I'm calling him from here on out. So I gave it 6 for those 2 reasons alone.
Brett,
7. You said 7.
7. My bad. Yeah. 7 because of those 2 reasons alone.
Oh my god, not your favorite wrestler is some good shit.
Brett, what did you think of the ladder match?
It's such good shit. I gotta stop.
I gave it 8 pretzels actually.
Oh, Brett, did you?
Oh,
Did you?
I did
really?
really like
Oh, I
pretzels.
can't wait to hear why.
Well, first because JH fucking hanging himself in the
Yes.
ladder.
So I'm surprised this didn't get the beer cheese from you.
Second because fucking JH lost, which hell yeah. And third, I mean, listen, I don't like this Nacho fuckface guy, but I like his partner. His partner is a handsome son of a gun.
Who's his partner? We don't know.
Moveset.
Yeah.
Senior Pain, yeah.
Senior
we
pain,
love him.
pain the tail
Handsome
on
son
your
of a
mama's
gun.
butt. What the hell?
Great
Oh my
moveset,
gosh.
great everything, great promo, even though I can't understand what he's saying. And I'm happy to have him be a champion. So that's why I give it 8. And,
Oh my
it's always fun when JH gets his ass kicked.
Yeah.
Moving on, JH took on Stixy Drip Drip. No, go ahead.
Why'd you
Jake.
skip me?
Jake, did you see this match? Perhaps.
I saw every match.
Okay, what did you think of this match?
I am a big fan of this new Nacho Grande fella.
Shocker.
There you go.
I
Shocker.
find him to be an up and comer in APPW. His partner, not so much, kind of a dickhead. But I saw this match and in dominant fashion,
Dominant
he
fashion.
won it. He won it.
Yeah.
So I feel like he's really good at ladder matches. Just a guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I'm gonna give
You
it
know what?
10 with all
Fat
the
guys
toppings.
rule ladder matches in APPW.
It's
I've
true.
noticed that.
It is true.
I've noticed that. It's not
Very
the skinny
strange.
light guys.
It's never the light guys. But yeah, I mean, I've won a few. Lord Jake has won a few. I mean, I have. But this new guy, he seems like he's got a pretty good skill set. 10 pretzels, all the toppings.
Till immigration comes and finds out his card ain't legal.
That's true. That's
One. Well, up next, gentlemen, we had a surprise of the night, but this, as a personal favorite of mine, putting this match together, there were so many factors in putting this match together. Of course, JH, he went into this match, kayfabe, bloodied and beaten and everything. But putting it together with the flea market promo.
That was
So good.
that was my beer cheese.
So
I
good.
cannot
So
believe you
good.
did that. And that was
Yeah.
Leading into that, and then we have Styx's promo. We have JH got that shit-eating grin on his face. He
Of
had his
course.
Christmas tie. He had
Yeah.
the Christmas hat. He was all smiles going.
little
in.
did he know he just lost.
Little
He
did
was hating.
know.
He was hating on Sixmas Day. He was hating on Sixmas
He
Day.
walked into that match injured. It wasn't a long match, but I loved it. Styx wins with the most devastating move in all sports and entertainment, the roll up. Like I put in my notes, everything about this match was fun. I loved calling it. Even Styx with the glitch walking up against the ropes. Like I don't know what the fuck is going on there, but I thought that was funny as hell.
Throwback, man.
The attires, Styx's Saint Drip attire, JH's fucking green tie, and then JH with the shortest championship reign in APPW history.
What happened in 24 hours?
I know Styx loved it. I put that in my notes. I gave this 8 and the beer cheese because of all of it, all of the factors going into this match.
Not out to Saint Drip.
Saint Drip is your new decent champion. And speaking of Saint Drip himself, let us get his thoughts first.
On this
The
match.
brand
Oh,
new
yeah.
decent champion,
There we go.
Drip Drip, the miracle. What we are
The miracle.
on your title win over JH of all people.
Well, first off, gentlemen, I want to thank you all. You have made me raise my bar with promos and everything, so I cannot take this without giving all of you guys thank you. I want to
This was
thank
you, player.
Mangria, 10 Cunts, Million Calorie Mitch for giving me the time and giving me the opportunity for this. With that being said, boys, I can't be a cheesehead. I can't say, oh, I'm gonna give it 10 in the mustard. I can't do that. The tribal chief wants to show some humility. So I gave it 8 in the mustard, but I also want to let you guys know this.
The disrespect. The disrespect you
the
gave that match
roll-up.
8 in the mustard.
Hey,
The
hey,
disrespect.
hey, the roll up, we teach that on Drip Island. We tell our young and upcoming young boys, young drips. We show them that.
The droplets.
Young drop.
Droplets.
The droplets, yes. Because that move is slowly becoming it is the most devastating move. The RKO, no, that's not the most devastating move anymore.
The devastating roll. Goddamn right.
devastating roll up.
Hey, it banished Bretsky.
Yeah,
It won you a championship.
Yep. Say hi to Brett.
And kicked the cracker all the way to the dumpster.
Yeah, say hi to Great Bresky for me, good Bresky. Tell him
I'll
best
tell him you
wishes.
send you regards.
cracker.
Thank you.
That
Thank you.
cracker
Tell him he's an
eats
asshole.
$50,000
Tell him I hope everything's going well on the peninsula trying to rebuild after
Yeah.
Hurricane
Ask
Ceizar
him-
just wrecked shop down there.
Ask him how them
sure he'll
$75,000 chicken and waffles taste. Them $75,000 chicken and waffles.
At
Them,
Denny's.
them $38,000 mimosas taste.
At Denny's.
Ask him about a sip of a senior painkiller cocktail. Because I know he loves cock in his mouth.
All right, let's let the champ finish his thoughts.
I'm just gonna say this: beating JH because he said it. I hadn't pinned him in singles. Well, guess what, JH? Not only did I
You
beat
bitch.
you, but now you win the record book for a shortest title reign.
Ooh,
So,
how many hours was it?
so
Did somebody count the hours?
Not a lot.
It's
No.
maybe 4.
23 and a half.
All right.
So congratulations on making it to the record book, sir. And can't wait for that to be your pickup line for future cult members to be recruited.
Stixy Drip Trip. Thank you, my friend. Bretsky, your thoughts on the brand new decent champion, JH versus Styx.
Well, before I get there, I'd like to give my beer cheese officially to the combination of Dr. N bread at the farmers market as well as JH's tie. I think combined they get my beer cheese. But no, I think the attention to detail here was great. You know, JH coming out in the fucking tape was hilarious.
Yeah.
The
headband tape.
Yeah, everything was great about this, and just JH losing. I agree. I mean, I think this gets 8. This gets 8, and obviously the beer cheese goes to the tie in the farmers market, but this gets 8
Still
for me.
the whole segment.
Yeah. So this gets 8 in the salt from me. So great job, Six. Thank you for getting off that fucking jerk off.
Because we don't need to hear that. We don't need to hear that.
Yeah.
Ceizar, now that you're done interrupting everybody, go ahead, give us your thoughts on this decent championship match.
10 in the beer cheese for me. This was 10 in the beer cheese for me. I couldn't have predicted a perfect match except for this shit. Fucking dumb fuck JH fucked himself into a fucking match. He's fucking injured from the last one. He's bleeding. He gets in there with Styx. Styx beats his ass in 2 minutes, pins his ass with a fucking roll up, wins the belt off his dumb ass. He's less than a day. Less than a day, you stupid bitch. He clapped himself on the back. I'm too dumb too. I'm too dumb too. Now you know dumb too. Clap your ass in the basement, you bottom bitch. Because you ain't got nothing left. And Styx got the gold. Fucking Mexican Crackers got the gold. You got 0, you bitch. This was 10 in the beer cheese for me. This is when I was most excited for the night. This right here is the whole essence. Prominence. This is Prominence. JH leaves with nothing because he's a bitch.
JH stripped of his title, stripped of his dignity. Jake, your thoughts on this decent championship segment?
So Styx was talking about humility, not giving it a 10, whatever. I'll give it a 10 because
Yeah.
fuck humility and fuck JH. I'm glad you lost all your titles, you stupid son of a bitch. Now what? What are you gonna do? You should maybe just probably really hang yourself.
He should kill himself.
Jake, that's your gimmick. That's your
Oh,
gimmick.
right. Yeah.
But no, JH should take that because
Yeah.
he's a Mexican wrestler and he has a belt. So JH should kill
Who?
himself.
What?
Who?
What are you talking about? Who?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, next match, Fingers.
The main event.
We can smell the Taco Bell coming through the screen.
I mean,
I
that's
should have worn my
just Jake
Taco Bell
anyway.
sweater.
That's just Jake in general. So, like, yeah.
That's true. That's
I gotta
yeah.
see that Taco Bell sweater before we get off there. The main event of Prominence, of course, brought to you by Drip Airlines. The Money and the Stank ladder match. It was APPW champion Julius Ceizar versus the amped up hardcore version of Thank Chris versus King Sam versus the winner of the 8-man battle royal, the Million Calorie Man. And of course, when it was all said and done, the dust was settled. The APPW champion became the brand new Mr. Money and the Stank. Like I said earlier, ladder matches are always fun. Thank Chris, by the way, behind the scenes. Extremely excited about this. He was all worked up. His promo. He wanted that Tommaso Ciampa music. He wanted that I had to help him out with the promo, putting it together. But he
Great
loved
promo. Great promo.
Very
Great
excited.
promo. The writing
great.
down shit. Great promo.
Awesome.
Ceizar won, and you saw Sam running in place against the ladder. Grand Theft Auto.
Oh wow.
Getting his ass
yeah.
back to Australia.
Wow.
Bada boom, cheesiest sweater in the room. How you doing?
Nice.
Christmas
Give
is
people
over,
what they
but
want.
The Million Calorie Man was just fucking laying on the ladder. Sam was running in place. Thank Chris was dead on the ground. Ceizar gets the briefcase, becomes the new Mr. Money and the Stank. Love this match. Unpredictability, of course. I gave it 8 pretzels. Ceizar, thank you for the promo. Thank Chris, if you're watching, thank you for the promo. Million Calorie Man, it was all right. But moving on.
Oi, Vindicator.
The man with the incredible Taco Bell sweater. I love it. Nacho Grande might be sporting it very soon, just out of inspiration. I know it's not you.
I mean, we got the same colors.
For
We
have the
what
same
reason
colors.
would it be you?
I'm just saying.
Same
But,
colors
uh,
going on.
Jake, what were your thoughts on the main event of Prominence?
Sucked. It was pretty terrible. I don't recognize Ceizar as Money in the Stank champion. I don't. I never will. I never will. There's only one real Money in the Stank champion, and he's not in the company anymore.
Up
That's
next,
true.
But if
before
he
he
left,
interrupts everybody,
and therefore,
Julius
There's something
Ceizar.
that you didn't see. There's something that you didn't see that someone in editing decided to conveniently cut out, and that's all I'm going to say.
but
Julius
if I didn't
Ceizar.
see it,
Hold
if I didn't,
on. Your thoughts on the main event, sir, of Prominence? Your victory
it doesn't
lap.
matter.
Your victory lap of Prominence.
Well, first we all knew that shit was going to happen. It was a ladder match, and Julius Caesar is undefeated in ladder matches. So we all
Fat
knew that
guys
shit
in
was gonna
general.
happen. Yeah, fat guys in general.
Yeah.
Fat guys in general they run ladder matches. If you're
True.
a fat guy, you can run ladder matches in APPW.
And that's the only running they're going to do.
Also true.
Eggs blacklit. Eggs blacklit.
Blacklit.
So yeah, I mean, some punk ass meat cracker that tried to cry in the tub and he quit. I mean, you know, what I'm saying, he got nothing to cry about no money thing. He never traded in, get his ass whooped by the champ anyway. So you know, I mean, he's only crying about himself. You could have traded in anytime you wanted to before the Crumos, before your bitch ass quit. Right? But you know, I'm just saying it was a good match. Everyone knows in like 5 minutes. But I already knew this shit was gonna happen. So I mean, it was like a 7 in the salt for me, and I was in it.
Wow.
Stakes beating JH in like 3 minutes and 12 seconds for a 23-hour reign, because it won't even a whole day for JH's bitch ass. This was coming. I already knew this was gonna happen. I manifest this. I got drunk and dreamed about it. The shit came true. I mean, what am I gonna say?
I mean, it would have been nice to have our champion defending his title on the biggest pay-per-view of the year.
That's
But
true.
I mean, I digress.
Well, I mean, the biggest pay-per-view of the year is season main. So.
I was defending it
I guess.
because you
The
have a
last
money in the
pay-per-view.
bank. You have a money in the bank match. You can turn it in whenever.
Well, maybe he would have if the person who previously owned the
Hey,
walked
everyone.
out.
We can all agree at least Cynic doesn't have it.
That's damn true. That's damn true.
Stixie
Or
Drifter.
JH.
I mean, I gave Sam a second chance because I fought Sam the day before, and then I gave him a chance to win it again. And
You
the
did.
bitch couldn't deliver.
True.
Let's be honest.
That's not my king.
No.
Sticks, thoughts, main event.
I gave it 8 in the mustard. I mean, even though we knew there was some ingredients in this match that made you kind of like, well, it could go differently. I mean, you had the powerhouse of Piss Sank. You had King Sam, who had wrestled the night before, so he might have been like, all right. Yeah. You had Million Calorie Mitch, who was possibly going to pull some fuck shit. I mean, we had the ingredients, man. But beyond a shadow of a doubt, the greatest champion to ever walk through those damn doors of APPW, to step in between those ropes
Too kind.
And the wrestle on that sacred mat, Julius Caesar, big carpe, climbed that fucking ladder.
Slowly.
Grab that stake. Hey, it don't matter as long as you climb
Still
that
one,
ladder.
bitch. Still
We
one.
all
got
do.
it.
We all do it
He
slowly.
didn't have somebody else do it, and he didn't have to use a scissors lift to get up there to get it.
I don't
He
know. I
climbed
don't
the
know what
ladder.
you're talking. I don't know what you're talking about there.
He climbed that ladder. He
Reinforced.
grabbed that briefcase, and he looked and he told everybody, "The champ is still here, and bring your bitch asses, because the champ is the champ for a reason."
The great Brett.
I don't even want the
home
break.
on this main event for Prominence. Your thoughts?
Yeah, you bitch.
Hey, what did I ever do to you? What the fuck did I ever do
This
to
is the
you?
good
I just
Bretsky.
thought it'd be funny if I said it. I just thought it'd be funny. If
And
I
it
said
was. It was
It was,
funny.
yeah.
It was.
It was.
It
fun.
worked.
It was funny. I give this 7. I mean, I think that it was a good match. I think Thank Chris was really the star of this match. This was really his coming out party.
It was though, wasn't it?
Like, I think that
If
this
only
could-
he would get away from that cult teasing.
I think
It was though. Wasn't it?
If he got rid of the cult, if St. Chris got away from the cult,
He'd be pretty good.
I think
He'd
I
be an
honestly
awesome star.
in the future I can see a rift in the Fudger Club. I can envision either Thank Chris taking over and becoming the new leader, or Thank Chris versus JH Decent Mania for control of the Fudger Club. Maybe it splits off
That'd
into
be-
2 groups. If some people go with Thank Chris in the new era, and other people stay with fucking dumbass JH. But I mean, I don't know.
Dumbass JH.
I'm envisioning a lot of things based on this, but this is a really great showing from Thank Chris with the promo, the fucking
Mhm.
match, all that shit. Fuck the million calorie match. Who cares?
You're right.
Sam was the only thin guy in this match, so we already knew by law he couldn't win.
Damn, it was a lot of thick bodies.
A lot of big boys.
That
Um,
ring was reinforced.
Sure.
it was like the fucking random gold ladder the Big Show had like that one year he was in Money in the Bank.
I wish they had that in there, man. That'd be awesome.
You're
Yeah,
asking way
somebody
too
pulled
much.
it out, I would cry.
You're asking way too much from WWE.
That shit would have got the
Yeah.
beer cheese if somebody would have pulled out the
Big gold ladder.
But no, I mean, I think Ceizar had to win this match because it was kind of like when Lesnar went into the Rumble first overall, and like it was put up or shut up. This was put up or shut up, and Lesnar didn't do it, but Ceizar did. This was a great showing from Ceizar. I think that he did everything he set out to do, and I think it's gonna be very interesting because we don't know yet if this really what this means for Money in the Bank. We don't know yet, so it's gonna be very interesting to see what happens.
Well, now that we are
And I'll be
done,
right back as I go get my
I might put it on
charger.
the line next week.
now that we are done reviewing Prominence, I can tell you guys this was probably my favorite intro to put together. What happened to Bretsky? He died.
I told you
Yeah,
to get
get
my
a charger.
charger. I had to get my
Oh,
charger.
okay.
Yeah, get started.
This was my favorite intro I think I've ever done. I went back through all the beginnings of APPW, all of Ceizar's promos, and every time he mentioned Prominence, there were actually too many.
That took a lot of work.
I picked like
Okay.
6 of them.
You want some real
I picked
behind the
6
scenes?
promos. Hold on.
You want
Steve.
some real behind the
Hold on,
scenes?
Hold on.
I got
I picked 6 of Ceizar's promos. There were many more of him saying, "Bring this shit brand of Prominence." But the funny part about it is he always said, "Bring this shit brand of." So every clip you see, he says the exact same thing. Shit brand of Prominence. Shit brand of Prominence. It's fucking
You really
hilarious.
should have just asked him to put on different shirts and record them. Just
No,
record new
no,
ones.
there weren't.
But
There was
it's way
5
more
different.
work.
No, there was 5 different shirts. If I was smart enough to know, I would have put on the same shirt, no matter what. But
We had the
no.
fuck shit shirt on through
Yeah.
a lot of them.
there were a lot of them. But no, the funny story is when we did win the Cromos, and Mangria had the idea to name the pay-per-view, I had a completely different name. I didn't even realize it. He goes, "No, I'm sending you the name right now, like you and Sticks." And he said Prominence. And I was like, "Why are you trying to name it Prominent?" And he
Oh,
goes,
wait.
"Do you not know, like in like 90% of your promos, you're like bringing the shit brand of Prominence?" Because I was going off Zenka's joke. Remember when me and Zenka were going at it in the APW chat? And he goes, "Oh, Sticks, once you go black." And I was like, "That's what I'm naming the pay-per-view if I win." I'm calling it Once You Go Black.
That would have been pretty good too.
Rhea was like, "No, it's gonna be Prominence." And he had the logo, he had everything.
My
was like-
brain never stops working. I already have everything planned out to the next Decent Mania already.
Yo, it was so fucking funny because he sent the picture instantly and we weren't even recording. He's like, yo, we're gonna call it Prominence. And I was like, why would we? I was like, oh no, I say that a lot. I was like, oh shit. I was like, that is better. I was like, please name it Prominence. And I was like, because it was funny, because I was like, yeah, we're gonna name this pay-per-view Once You Go Black. But he had like all the shit with Prominence. I was like, yeah, apparently I do say that a lot. It was fucking funny to me.
Apparently.
It was like the 6th promo Ceizar ever did that he mentioned Prominence for the first time, but he said it really quick. He's like, "Yeah, we're gonna bring this to Prominence like we always do," and that was like the 6th promo he did, and then from then on he would say it every promo. So
Apparently, he didn't even remember.
I went
I
back.
didn't remember.
I
Yo,
clipped them all together.
I ain't gonna lie. When I see Mangria promos, I never remember what I'm gonna say. But like I always have an idea of what I'm gonna say, but I never remember it. And then like I think I always just said I'm gonna bring this because like I think The Rock said something like that. And I was like, well, I can cuss on YouTube. And I was like, I'm gonna bring this shit. I'm gonna bring the shit brand of Prominence. I think The Rock always said something like he's gonna bring it to glory or something like that. But I was like, I'll bring this shit brand of Prominence. And then like when he put it and he did it in the intro, it was like, I'll bring the shit brand of Prominence. This shit brand of Prominence. This shit brand of Prominence. I fucking laughed. I laughed at that so hard before the intro. I had to rewind it like twice.
And Ceizar requested to do the intro, you know, the words to the intro. He requested to do it, so I wrote down something really quick and I sent it to him and he sent it back immediately. It was perfect. I laid that over that dramatic track, and the theme of Prominence was like Mount Olympus. So I just went on fucking YouTube and just YouTubed all of Mount Olympus, put all that shit together.
All right. The only question is, why did you use the guy with the Lars Sullivan?
It's Andy.
That was Andy.
Oh,
It's Andy.
That was
in a
Andy.
onesie.
Yeah.
That's a large
It's
size
Andy.
I didn't even
Lars
know that was
onesie.
Andy. I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
I messaged Andy. I said, hey, Andy, every month I put somebody different on the poster now because Ceizar presented that idea a long time ago. So I just now started doing it. And Jake, he was the first one. Jake was the first Money in the Stand poster, then Ceizar, Brett, Zanka, and now Andy is on Promise. I said, Andy, can you send me a picture? And of course, Andy doesn't respond for like days. When do you need it by? I was like, by this Friday, please. He goes, okay. Friday goes by. Saturday, I was like, oh, finally. He sent me like 3 or 4. He sent me this cool one of him in the NWO shirt doing the Too Sweet.
Yeah.
I was trying my damnedest to Photoshop the Fuck It Club shirt on him. It did not look right. It didn't look right. Every time I did it, I was like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
So I just threw some filters on his, because he sent me he sent it to the chat too, where he tucked
a couple
Lars
times.
Sullivan shirt under
A
his
couple
balls.
times.
Yeah.
And when he was doing this, I put that backdrop. I was like, that could work. That could work because he's doing a funny pose. He's in the Fuck It Club.
But he's doing the Hogan pose. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted him to win the Battle Royal, because it would have been his night. You know,
But he won the women's championship, so
the APPW Women's Championship. He did
Yeah.
But you know, not whoever's on the poster doesn't usually always have the great
win. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's fine. But no, it was funny because I was like, who the fuck is this on the fucking
yeah,
doing
it's
the Hogan
Andy
pose?
in his onesie.
It took me a second.
I did not
And like,
know.
oh shit, it's Andy. That's right.
That's
yeah.
the first thing I noticed.
I did not notice that because it was funny because like when you sent it, because so Mangria sent it to like me early after I texted in the chat. I was like, it's been an hour after Christmas. And then Mangria sent it to me, and then I put on because I was on Christmas Eve. Yeah, I was already lit. I was fucking smacked. And he sent it to me, and I was watching it, and I watched all of it. And then I was about to just text him like a whole bunch of fucking funny shit that night. But I was like, nah, I'm gonna watch the whole thing. And I was like, who the fuck is this guy with a Lars t-shirt outside of Mount Olympus? I was like, I don't get this at all. But I was just wrecked and I didn't know that was Andy. And that's so fucking funny.
Well,
that's so fucking funny now, yeah.
The next model for the Royal Crumble poster is going to be Styx Adam posing with the Decent Championship.
Lost
Stones, if you're watching,
You're gonna have to message him.
Correspond.
You're gonna have to message him.
Yeah.
Yeah, just IGDM.
I was going to anyway. But let's see what else. The flea market. Okay, I was telling the guys
Jesus.
earlier.
So
I
good.
had this
So
idea
good.
for a while because nobody really explained why JH took out Facebook Sean and got his rematch. So
Of course.
I was thinking, well, I did have this this Dr. Inbred idea. It was shoehorned in there for a while. I finally took it out and I was like, it would be funny to do it in a public setting because I could have did it here like I did with the first one. But I was like, in public, it'll be fucking hilarious. So I was like, who would let me would let me do this? Who would let me do this? And I was like, I can't go in Walmart and have my wife kick the shit out of me with all the security cameras pointed at us and shit.
So instead, you did it at work.
Well, if you did it at a far enough Walmart that you would never go back to.
True.
I did. I got the idea because there's this hokey pharmaceutical stand at the flea market that sells snake oil, basically. And I was like, it would be funny if Dr. Inbred was getting ingredients for his bullshit medicine. And but unfortunately, it was in the main aisle. Everyone would have saw us. I probably would have gotten in trouble. So I got my buddy to help me. We did it in front of the pothead incense guy. He didn't give a fuck. He didn't know what was happening. So
He ain't good. Yeah, he's hot.
we did it in one take because we rehearsed the fuck out of it before we left because I like to get it perfect. If it wouldn't have come out perfect, I would have had to redone it. But everybody was watching us, and my coworker was recording us too on his phone. It was funny. But yeah, Jackie, she did a great job doing that. I said, just do a bunch of Mexican curse words and kick the shit out of me. She goes, okay.
Okay, deal.
No questions asked.
Like every time we have her slap you, like
Ready.
we're like, yeah.
Ready.
She's like, yes.
She doesn't pull any punches.
No.
Or
I'm
chop.
surprised she didn't Janikowski you.
She kicked the shit out of me. It worked out great. We did it in one take. It was awesome. The promos from all you guys were great. Thank you. Prominence was very fun. It was one of the funnest to put together. I'm glad I was able to put it together in such a short amount of time. Got the show out, got the pay-per-view out. It was great. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks to everyone who contributes. Jake, do you want to stick around for NXT or are you gonna call
I watched NXT, so sure.
What?
Wow.
Right before the show.
Wow. Okay. Well,
all right, well, let me get some ice.
it's time for the A show of the week. And
The only thing I missed was half of the main event.
the night starts out with Ciampa. Ciampa in the ring says he's hunting Braun. Invites him out. He comes out. Doesn't let Braun get the mic. Ciampa proposes New Year's Evil match with Braun. Tells him like it is. He lacks experience. Slaps him. Braun gorilla presses him, but puts him down. There's blood in the water, and this shark is gonna eat you. Bretsky, your thoughts on the opening segment of NXT?
Great. I think everything these two do is phenomenal. The fact that Braun Breaker's had like 10 matches ever in front of people is astounding. He's a natural, and I can absolutely see him being Universal or WWE champion like in the next year.
Wow.
In the next year, if they call him up, which they might because they need star power.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can see him taking it off Roman if Roman beats Lesnar.
Well, just relax.
No, like I mean, serious, like long term, like down the line, because who's a baby face right now that can beat Roman?
Linda's Bush.
Yes.
She's not a baby.
Where
face.
is Linda's
She is
Bush?
not a baby face.
That's true. That's an evil being.
But I mean, like I think that he has the world strapped to him, and they deservedly so. And I think a lot. I don't get I forgot how I haven't watched or read What Culture in a very long time. I didn't realize how fucking AEW skewed they are now. I was reading some article like they're like, oh, NXT 2.0 is an absolute atrocity. It's the worst thing ever. Like it's actually kind of better. Like you still get great matches, but now you have characters you can sink your teeth into, at least in my opinion. But I think Braun Breaker is like the epitome of NXT 2.0. And Ciampa's kind of that kind of guy where he can mix it up with the new kids and mix it up with the old cats as well. So I think this was so well done, and I am hyped as fuck for New Year's Evil.
Speaking of hyped as fuck, ladies and gentlemen, Jake watched NXT. I can't believe it. Let's get his 2 cents on the opening segment.
I enjoyed it. I haven't obviously really watched a ton of Braun Breaker. but I have seen a little bit here and there. He's great. I mean, he barely even had to say a word to get over his point. Really, he just picked Ciampa up and threw him like a fucking rag doll. So it's going to be interesting, and I think he's definitely going to win he's going to win that title for sure.
Jake, before we move on, do you remember 2 years ago I sent you, when you were doing APPW yourself, I proposed an idea to you. I was like, hey, Jake, how about for New Year's, we do New Year's Evil? I sent you the picture with the name. I was like, New Year's Evil. Do you remember? I'll scroll up and find it.
I believe you.
But
I barely remember what I did this morning. So no, I don't remember anything that happened 2 years ago.
I think you said, well, it's a lot of work. I don't know. We'll see about it. And
that sounds like Jake.
That definitely sounds like
last year, I didn't even know this before I even got locked up. New Year's Evil. I was like, what? These motherfuckers hacked my Instagram.
Well, wasn't that an old WWE pay-per-view too, or WWF? Wasn't that an old pay-per-view? It sounds familiar. Maybe it wasn't.
It sounds really familiar.
It sounds familiar.
No, it sounds really familiar.
It was just low-hanging fruit.
Maybe.
There's evil,
Yeah.
But anyway, I digress. Sticks, your thoughts in the opening segment of NXT?
I thought it was really good. You allowed Ciampa to do most of the mic work, and Braun with at the end with him picking him up and basically saying like under 20 words, got his point across and looked strong. So this was the best way to open it up, and made me look forward to New Year's Evil.
Ceizar, thoughts on the opening segment?
No, this is really good. It was really good. Yeah. Then stopping him from getting the mic, which was really good. And talking about it, yeah, you're not ready for it yet, and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, no. It was really good of Ciampa and Braun, and then even Ciampa still having the mic when Braun picked him up. Then, no, put me down. I thought it was really good. So, yeah, should I put their match? I still don't know if Braun should win for being like, yeah, Braun has talent and Braun has wrestled, but like Ciampa kind of said it himself. Like, you haven't wrestled in front of a crowd except for like 10 matches. Do you really think you deserve to be like the guy? So, like, according to that, yeah. But no, I thought it was a great promo.
My God, Ceizar, he wants to smoke, as you saw his fucking solo cup there. Motherfucker inhaled his forest fire. You can hear it in his voice. We got to finish this before he blacks out. Grayson Waller's Instagram video.
That's only 1 hour in. We're good.
AJ Styles, Dakota and Straight Sonya brawling backstage of business as usual. Refs and commentators both keep saying that the match can only start in the ring. They fight through the commercial picture-in-picture. I love this, by the way. This is incredible storytelling. They fight out to the parking lot. Refs just stay around and point to the ring the whole time. They weren't helping or anything. Eventually, they make it to the ring, still during commercial. Vic was on point tonight. Have you ever been stabbed in the back? Let me stop myself. You're usually the one doing the stabbing. Have you even had a friend? He's just berating Wade.
Wasn't Wade like, oh, I have friends? Like,
yeah.
These women still killing each other on the outside of the ring. They finally get into the ring, and Straight Sonya flapjacks Dakota onto setup chair. She lands on its stomach first. Table set up in corner. Dakota stuffs Straight Sonya in a trash can on the outside and coup de grace off the apron onto her. Straight Sonya power bombs Dakota onto the stairs. Chingona bomb on the trash can in the ring. Straight Sonya wins the war and then calls out Mandy Rose. She wants a rematch. Ceizar, your thoughts on the street fight between Wallbutt and Straight Sonya?
No, this shit was good. This shit was really good. It was just as good as Rhea and Straight Sonya.
Shit, that was this year.
Yeah, that was the beginning of the year, and this is now at the ending of the year. I honestly think, because let's be honest, Straight Sonya is gonna get called up. So, like, Dakota should have won. But no, the street fight was good because like they started in the back, they kept it in the back for most of it, and yeah, the refs are like, "Yo, it's gonna start in the ring," and it started in the ring late, but like it kept going forward. But the shit where they lost me is setting up the table in the corner and then like not using it because then when you go interview and then the other bitches use it, I'm just like, come on, bro. Like, why? Why? Because the table set up.
You're
No,
right.
when you set up a table, it should be used in the match. It should not be used in the promo after the match. It should be used in the match. So yeah, when like Raquel won and then Cora Jade comes out.
Yeah, let me
Also
go over
fuck
that.
shit.
That's my bad. I forgot to say that. Cora Jade came out instead of
Okay.
Mandy. You can't skate chance. Cora wants revenge on Mandy. Crowd gives her the wet treatment. Straight Sonya says she will go through anyone to get the title back. And Mandy on her cell phone promo on the Tron with them titties out at the pool. She declares a triple threat for New Year's Evil. Gigi and JC then jump Cora and Straight Sonya. Wade, I didn't even write that they got put through the table. Okay, Ceizar, go ahead, finish.
Well, yeah. Mandy says some shit. These bitches come out. They come out with kendo sticks. They beat the bitches down. They put Straight Sonya to the table. They do some arm shit to Cora Jade. She runs out, and then fuck shit ensues. And they look strong. But all right, fine. The champ says she's got a 3-way at New Year's Evil with Cora Jade and fucking Raquel. There's possibly should be Raquel's swan song because she doesn't need to do anything else in NXT. Like she definitely like if you're trying to build bitches on not to call
Not
no
to call
hoe,
no
no
bitch a
bitch.
hoe.
Yeah, not to call no bitch no. If you're trying to build bitches on fucking Raw or SmackDown, she should definitely go up. She should definitely go up. She should go to SmackDown though.
Her
'Cause you
versus
kind of
Bianca.
have what?
Her versus Bianca.
Bro. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. Like I get it. She's best friends with Rhea, but you have kind of like a Rhea fucking what's her name? Nikki Cross vibe. But like, yeah, her versus Bianca on SmackDown. No, Bianca's not on SmackDown.
That was
you
on
need to-
Raw, right?
She's on Raw, yeah.
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 Be like her and
Bianca's on Raw.
Charlotte.
All right, Bianca's on Raw. Rhea's on Raw.
Oh,
Well,
So
her
she would
versus
have to go to
Charlotte.
Charlotte,
SmackDown.
Sasha.
No, but her versus Charlotte though.
she definitely
all
would
this
have to go to
pressure.
SmackDown.
Yo, Raquel versus Charlotte at the Rumble.
No.
Because
Or
Charlotte
Raquel
can't be.
wins the Rumble.
Yeah,
No, but Charlotte's got the title. Charlotte's got the title right now, and Charlotte can't be in the Rumble. But Rhea versus Charlotte at the Rumble, you can't tell me that's not good. You can't
Raquel.
tell me that's not.
Straight Sonya winning the Rumble would be awesome.
That'd be a good pick.
Yeah. Sticks Adam, your thoughts on this whole women's segment?
I thought it was a really good match.
Wait. Sorry, you guys said Straight Sonya. So Charlotte, Straight Sonya, WrestleMania.
Yeah,
Yeah, good.
that could be interesting.
See, Bresky hates it. He hates. I see my face. He hates it.
What would you rather see?
I'd rather see her debut after the Raw after Mania.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's not good, but no, Bresky, what do you? No, I see the face.
Hold on. Let's move on real quick. Sticks, what were your thoughts?
You can't move on.
We're not gonna make this a 5-hour show. Sticks,
Why
go.
not?
It's already
There's
3
There's
hours.
5 people.
Yeah.
An
It
hour
was a-
person.
It was a good match, start to finish. I mean, I agree with Ceizar. When you set up a table in the match, you need to either use it in the match or have one of the opponents like just throw it out. And then if you're going to use one in it, you could have them set it up. They could hurt Raquel and Cora and then set it up and put her through it. You could have done that way. I'm looking to see how they do this at New Year's Evil. Like they've been hyping Cora up pretty good. So are you going to have her beat her, or are you going to have Mandy retain but still have Cora look strong? That's how I'm kind of looking at it and looking forward to seeing.
Jake, you saw this shit. What were your thoughts? You didn't fast forward to it.
I did not.
Oh, okay.
Once I saw Raquel in those fishnets, I was like, I'm invested. I enjoyed it. Overall, I mean, it's what if this means Dakota's getting called up right now? What if that's what this is all about? I do believe
Bivens would be devastated. First,
people
Xylee,
have been
now
calling that for like 3 years.
yeah.
If Dakota gets called up, and she never does.
What's
Only,
next?
only
for
call
Dakota?
she's getting is having a 205 area code.
That's What I mean, what's next for her if she doesn't get released? Yeah, what's next? I mean, really, this is it. Like, this was the blow off match for these two. They've been going at it for ages now, since what, War Games last year, I think.
no, they've been fighting since
Was it 2
earlier
years ago?
this year. No, earlier this year. They've been teaming for a while, but
Oh no, it was Tegan Knox that she betrayed
Yeah,
in War Games,
yeah.
right? Okay,
Yeah.
she's just betraying everybody out here. But whatever. This is their blow off. So what happens with Dakota next? She probably gets called up somewhere, or she just gets into a feud that no one cares about, and we'll see. I liked
we'll
it though.
care.
I like the match.
I wanted to get butt implants, but Bretsky, your thoughts?
Me too.
on the
No, it takes away the
entire women's
appeal.
segment.
I think that this, for my money, I mean, I don't know when we're doing the year-end awards. Could be next week. No one knows. So always up to Mangria. I don't think anything will top in terms of NXT or AEW. Rhea versus Straight Sonya for fucking the street fight, or no holds, whatever it was, last woman standing at New Year's Evil, the very first women's match I think of the year. But this was top 5. This may be top 5, just the segment and the actual match itself. This was great, start to finish. Other than the table, like, I knew that there's gonna be some kind of segment at the end of the table. I disagree with what I was saying. I don't think that it would be bad to have, Straight Sonya versus Charlotte at Mania. I'd rather see Mandy Rose retain the title in the triple threat. That the NXT takeover before Mania, Cora Jade versus Raquel. That's Raquel's swan song. Raquel goes up at Raw after WrestleMania or SmackDown after WrestleMania and goes from there. Gets the pop. Gets the hardcore fans who are there to give her that big pop. So she gets that big notice, because they haven't had a woman debut on the Raw after Mania in a long time. Because Rhea came up right after New Year's Evil, and went into Mania. So I think that should be for her to really set her up. Would be to have her debut after the Raw after Mania or SmackDown after Mania. But I think this is great, and I'm actually looking forward to. I don't get the fans how they're like, you can't skate, giving her Cora Jade the what, but then they're like, yeah, you weren't our respect at War Games. Like, what is it? Choose a side.
They're pricks.
So I do have a quick question for Bretsky.
It's Florida.
If it's not Raquel winning the Rumble, who would it be for you?
Who wins the Women's Rumble?
Mm-hmm.
Wins Women's Rumble? I would say
Our Lady.
Unless
Bayley
comes back.
It
Unless
could be
Bayley
Pam.
comes back.
Bayley, yeah. If Bayley can come back, and if not, then I think Rhea.
Okay. Well, Rhea. Oh no, she didn't win one, but
No.
she looked
Moving
good
on.
in one though.
This is the first shot we see of Wade and a Becky Lynch, the man ugly.
Oh, so good.
That was
Big-
great.
Big Dick Vic and a Drew McIntyre ugly Christmas sweater. And we get the Joe Gacy Harland video apology.
So good.
Mr. Kendrick has no one to blame but himself. The grizzled young vets looking at the Creed's Instagram video of them working out, very homoerotic. They are going to beat them with brains, not brawn. We get an Indy and Persia backstage segment. Grayson Waller creeps up on him. Grayson bragging about getting rid of Papa John. Indy was furious. Indy wrestling pissed at Grayson Waller, who is the new prick of NXT. Then we get into the Creeds versus the no entrance Ceizar. Grizzled young vets.
Disrespect.
The Creeds, excellent wrestling, excellent teamwork. The GYV, great at fighting dirty. Jacket time out with their own table. They have their own commentary table. Haven't seen something like this since the New Day. The Creeds try to put Drake through Jacket Time's announce table, and a brawl ensues. Match ends and DQ. BJ also involved. Before I move on, we will get Bresky's thoughts on the Joe Gacy and Harlan video apology.
I am such a fan of this, and not to spoil anything. If you're watching this, you know what happened to Brian Kendrick, the Brian Kendrick, former WWE champion.
The Brian.
Former WWE champion Brian Kendrick.
Wait, what?
Yeah, and remember? Yeah, don't you remember? You wouldn't
Championship
remember,
scramble.
Jake. Yeah, that championship scramble. He had it for like 2 seconds.
That's hilarious.
Not officially recognized, but it's recognized in the hearts
Fair
of all
enough.
the fans.
He was cruiserweight champion.
He's one of the most underrated performers in my opinion of all time. But
Same.
he's coming back, and this makes I'm very excited. Him versus Harland. I think they should have saved this for a pay-per-view, but I get why they didn't. I also understand it because he's the guy who's like training all of these people, so he's probably like super comfortable with Kendrick in there. So it's like, all right, cool, like just go out, have a match and all that. But Joe Gacy is so good, and Harland with him is so good. I was so skeptical of both of those characters when they first debuted.
Fuck that.
And
They are the real JH thing.
They are.
They are.
It's
But
crazy.
they're so good. And I'm such a big fan of them. I can't wait to see what they do. And like, I'm starting to see people in the crowd holding up the peace sign with them, and it's great. And then going on, we have like all the other nonsense.
Grayson and Indy.
Grayson Waller, the biggest heel in the business, not named Maxwell Jacob Friedman right now. Maybe bigger because people are actually everyone's booing him, and some people cheer MJF actually.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, like Grayson Waller is being a dick per usual. Indy Hartwell and Persia Parada. I'm still waiting for that scene to happen with Dexter Loomis. If you know what I'm saying. And then what else is next? Fucking Grizzly Young Vets
versus the GYV.
This is a good match. I'm waiting. The way that I would book this is New Year's Evil is a fatal 4-way tag team match for number one contendership, which I think they should go down that route. It won't be the best technical match, but it makes sense. And I don't know who'd win, but I think this was a good match. Jacket Time being, I think it was hilarious. Just Wade being like, oh, I agree with everything Kushida said, but Jiro, terrible take. Guys, if you understand a fucking word.
Yeah.
But no, this was really fun, and I enjoyed all of it. I thoroughly enjoyed all of it.
By the way, you guys, whenever it goes dead silent, I keep thinking I froze again. So I'm like hanging on the edge of my seat. I'm like, oh no.
Uh-oh.
Jake, your thoughts on those 3 segments? We got
I saw the first one. I like those
Casey and
guys.
Harlan.
Just like what Bretsky said. I feel like they're getting super over with the crowd, and it's interesting. It's definitely one of the more interesting character combinations that we've had in quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
The other one, whatever.
Indy and Grayson?
Yeah, whatever. I mean,
how dare you?
It was short. It was inconsequential. And then the Hulu cut out the other match. So
wow,
the disrespect by Hulu.
Disrespect by Hulu.
Sticks, your thoughts on those segments?
They were good. I mean, I'm glad that with Joe Gacy that they didn't give up on him once they started getting some backlash for him.
Yeah,
because it's turning into one of those things. It's just like you see it and it's like, okay, now you're waiting. What's going to happen next week? What are we going to get next week? It's one of those things. It's one of those things that keeps you coming back for more. Grayson and Indy, I like that they're keeping Grayson. Like they sprinkle him in on certain parts of the show, so that way you do not forget that hey, this guy's a dickhead. But B, he's also possibly going to be the biggest heel for NXT 2.0 going forward. The tag team match, even though it went to DQ, all the teams they kept you. They didn't. I made it so you wouldn't forget about these guys like GYV. They're really good as a tag team. The Creed brothers, they're really fundamentally sound as a tag team. And Jacket Time, they bring the entertainment factor. So that's what I mean. You got to have all 3 of those for that. And I agree with Bretsky. If a fatal 4-way would be great for that, to be able to do that for a number one contender, because any one of these teams can go and be a good threat against Imperium.
Well, Ceizar, what if Harland and Gacy beat the brakes off of Kendrick so bad that he crumbles and joins Gacy and Harland and become a faction? That was a thought I had in the back of my head.
It's not a bad thought because he's a lightweight, and that'd be the little trio thing.
Got that crazy look in his eyes too. He's got
yeah. He has a crazy
shave
look.
his head, and he'll fit right in.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like if you join them, but for but like there's nothing wrong with that. But we all know NXT is not going to do a trios tag championship kind of thing. So it's either gonna be Gacy and Harlan on some separate shit, but kind of together, or they're gonna be tag team champions because it's gonna, like I said, these guys are fucking the better version of 138 and Piss Inc. Like Harlan's gonna do the heavy work, and he's gonna do all the work, and that dumbass cracker who doesn't do shit, 138 like we all hate, is gonna come in and get the pin.
The man lost everything, Ceizar. He lost everything. Give him a break.
No.
Why?
Why?
He's
He's a
hanging
bitch.
from-
He doesn't do any
from the
work.
ladder.
No, he doesn't do any work. But why should I give him any credit? He doesn't do any work. Biz Zinc does all the work. Not you. 10 Cunts says it every week. The heavy of the fucking club. So it feels like the heavy does all the work because he takes the heavy load, and then some cracker called Piss Zinc, called 138, just slides into the ring
Oh no!
and
Oh
gets
god!
the 1, 2, 3.
Look who decided to show up.
Okay, well, 10 Cunts are here. What up, 10 Cunts?
Before we move on from this segment, I do want to ask if the crowd has really embraced the Creed brothers with arms wide open.
I don't think they have.
Joke book
Nice.
down. Put the joke book down, Jake.
It's
Kill
not.
yourself.
I don't have it. That was all me.
Kill yourself. Get in trouble with it.
So Creed is a band.
Yeah,
from
we
the
know,
90s.
bitch.
Oh, okay.
Bretsky's
Hey,
gimmick.
hey,
Bretsky-
hey, Jake.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
Jake.
yeah,
He
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
born yet. He wasn't
Jake,
born yet.
confine yourself to your own prison.
Oh, all right.
Get
Shit.
in that cage you made for me.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I lost the key, so
You couldn't fit anyway.
it's true.
Wow.
Small cage.
Ceizar, if you want to move to the tag match, the Creeds versus the GYV, do
Yeah, let's go.
you have any thoughts on it?
You're
No,
going.
No, I don't care.
Okay. Up next, Dexter Loomis versus Trick with Mello. The Diamond Mine come out to the famous balcony. Wade calls Dexter a whack job. Oi!
Oi.
Dexter traps Trick in the apron. Mello talks trash to Dexter. Thumbs up. Roddy comes out and attacks Mello. They fight through the crowd. This might be the best I've ever seen Dexter wrestle. This for reals. This was an incredible match for Dexter Loomis. Even a kip up leg drop. I love that move.
Oh, he does it all the time.
He does it all the time.
Trick attempts to attack with Shoe, but Trick gets silenced. Dexter with the win. That prick Grayson Waller attacks with a chair. This honky wants to get all the heat. Before I get to the AJ Styles segment, gentlemen, any thoughts on this segment? Dexter Loomis, he showed up. Loved it. This was a great match. Sticks.
This was good. I mean, I really hope Vince sees what potentially he has in Dexter and actually will use him and have a future for him because he's good. I mean, you could do so much. I mean, I would really hope that they keep going forward with him and Indy. I think you could use that going forward for a lot of different things. But I think this match was, I don't want to say a coming out party for him because I mean he's a pretty good wrestler. But this match was really good for him, and I hope that we see more Dexter Loomis wrestling on our TV sets.
The God of Goats came out firing on all cylinders. Ceizar, your thoughts on Dexter versus Trick?
Bitch is the God of Goats. That's my man. 100 grand. No, he's always good. He's always good. He's always good. And this is a great way to keep the story forward. Like, you gotta go. He's gotta beat Trick to get the Carmelo. Even if like Carmelo doesn't want to fight him, but you can have that over him. And it's all good. No, it's great. Because Johnny's gonna take a while to come back. So if you wanna do elevate and maybe even have Dexter to take that title from Carmelo, this is a great way to start it out. So I'm not mad at it. And it was a good main event.
Jake, thoughts? Dexter, Trick.
I mean, we were talking about characters earlier too. Dexter is one of those characters where normally you'd probably think like we haven't had a character kind of like him since what, Kane? Kane was a little creepy like that.
Hiding
Yeah,
right.
and then King got some
Hiding
voice
right.
box.
It's not my fault, Snitsky.
Yeah, I guess Heidenreich is another one.
Snitsky.
Okay, a successful character, Kane.
Snitsky.
He kicked a baby. I mean, that was funny.
Lars.
He's
Yeah.
forever.
Oh,
he's
God,
forever
Lars-
etched in history.
Lars
Snitsky.
super didn't get over, and I'm real sad about it.
Coda.
But he got over in one way, and Zanka knows about that.
Oh.
Yeah,
Apparently,
I like.
Andy got Lars over.
Yes, that was the best thing Lars Sullivan has ever done, and he wasn't a part of it. Yeah, I love Dexter Lumis. I think he's fantastic. He's another one. I don't believe he'll beat Carmelo Hayes whenever they have that match. So he's another one that I could see showing up in a Rumble pretty soon.
Bretsky, thoughts?
Oh yeah, I enjoyed the match with Trick. You know, and I also, I mean, obviously it gets to later, but this sets up the whole, you know, Roddy versus Mello, which will be fucking bonkers.
Yes,
How
sir.
good it's gonna
Yes,
be.
sir.
But no, this was a great match. You know, Loomis has always showed out. You know, he makes strap matches really good. He makes all matches really good. Whenever he's in, he touches, it's gold. Yeah,
You know what?
Say?
Dexter has not had a bad match. I'm
That's
claiming
true.
that right now.
He has not had a bad match.
I'm praying
had
that
he's been
Dexter
decent at
is
worst.
around for the next Halloween Havoc. I love those haunted house shits. I hope he's around for the next Halloween Havoc because the main roster ain't gonna do that shit.
They kind of did. I mean, they've tried it. It's just never been good.
Michael Cole will give an apology before it airs. I'm really sorry for what you guys are about to see. You fucking prick, Michael Cole. Up next, Grayson Waller still talking shit on the mic. AJ Styles comes out, the crowd goes nuts. Shut the hell up. Oh no, wait, AJ tells him to shut the hell up.
He got AJ a curse.
AJ schools him on the mic. You had a great 3 weeks. Try being phenomenal for 20 plus years. Grayson keeps jabbing him with the Omos references. Chicken shits out when he was stepped to. That's a really great segment. We won't move on until we get your thoughts. We'll start with Ceizar. Grayson Waller, AJ Styles, does that move the needle for you, my friend?
Oh, we're starting with Ceizar. Okay, I can go get a 5
Okay.
person. I'll be right back.
This break.
No, yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah, it's good. AJ, I think this is really the finale tour for AJ.
Huh?
What?
This is a finale tour for AJ.
Okay.
AJ is going down to NXT. He's gonna hype the bitches up. Everybody's hyped that Samoa Joe was at fucking tryouts, and that AJ is coming to NXT. All I want is fucking like AJ to stay in NXT. Please, AJ, stay in NXT. Get some storylines everywhere. If AJ is really going to retire in the next couple of years, maybe the next year, you know, whatever, some change. Can I get an AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe loser leaves town match? Can I get that? Can
If
I
Joe doesn't
get
get hurt.
at a NXT takeover?
Let me
Not
call
no
Shawn
main event
Michaels.
takeover. Not no main event takeover. No. I just need that shit in mid card. NXT versus Samoa Joe loses leaves town. You know what the sad part is? I kind of wanted a 3-way with Grayson Waller, and at one point, they both look at that fuck boy and be like, "Hey, like one." It's kind of like if me and Bretsky, the great Bretsky, not the Bretsky,
Of course, yeah, not me.
me and Bretsky, who hate each other, but we all hate MJH later. It's me,
MJH.
Bretsky. It's me, Bretsky, and MJH. Like, loser leaves town. And me and Bretsky are going to leave
New
APPW.
character.
Yeah, and me, Bretsky, and MJH are like, loser leaves town. And we're both looking at MJH at the one point in the match, and we're like, fuck this motherfucker. And me and Bretsky pull a 3D on this bitch. And every tag team move in the business, I will fucking spine buster him down. He can swanton him. I will pick him up like Devon. He will fucking spike his ass like Bubba Ray. It does not fucking matter. Like, AJ and Samoa Joe will just team up and kill Grayson Waller. and then just leave him there, and they both get counted out. Like they both leave the ring and get counted out, and like dap each other up on the fucking the ref will just be counting 1, 2, and they're like, "Fuck it, you can have it. We're out." But we fucked him up on the way out.
And then they kiss.
Ooh,
I think
Andy would love it.
I think
they both tag team Wendy.
The fucking North Korea rating.
No, they both tag team Wendy with the Eiffel Tower.
I was gonna
Ooh,
say,
Wendy.
I was gonna say you gave Jake's micropene wood there when you mentioned AJ and Samoa Joe, because we could possibly get another Wendy.
Yeah, Wendy. Yeah.
I
And
wish.
it's both hate Grayson Waller that man. They fuck him up. He's in the ring, fucked up, and then they both Eiffel Tower each other up the ramp. Like, yeah, we're both getting counted out.
But
Anyway,
Jake, what were your thoughts on the AJ Styles segment and Grayson Waller?
I mean, I think it's really cool. I think it's cool that AJ's down here. I mean, he was just called up immediately, or not called up. He was brought to the main roster immediately without going through NXT. So most of the other people just went through NXT and then got called up. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. I like Ceizar's scenario, but instead I'd have Grayson Waller pin both of these guys. It's in the same situation, because that's how you build. That's how you build a heel right there. If it's a retirement type scenario and you have this heel pinning Samoa Joe and AJ Styles in the same match, that's pretty insane. Yeah.
I'm not having a rookie pin some legends, bro. Come on, son.
That's how you do it.
I'm having a legend pin a legend.
That's how you do it.
Controversial, Bretsky. What are
The
your
sad part is,
on
the sad
AJ
part is,
Styles
Why
and Grayson
controversial?
Waller?
Me too.
he's right. The sad part is he's right. But
I mean, I love Grayson Waller. I think he's great. He's really grown on me ever since his debut. He's just getting great. And the fact that AJ's coming down here, like you say, we've been saying, like to elevate him, elevate the brand, like all of that. It just speaks volumes to AJ's star power too, in case anyone there's ever in doubt. But no, this is great. I mean, AJ obviously outclassed him on the promo. Like, I absolutely. But it showed like Waller had some great lines in there. He had the confidence, but it's like, listen, it could basically kind of play that dynamic. It's like, listen, you may be really good, but AJ's better. And you have to stay in your lane. And if this does not lead to AJ versus Grayson at fucking TakeOver before Mania,
that's what I'm saying.
or even at Mania,
New Year's
Doesn't
Eve.
matter.
no, not
I don't
New
think
Year's
it'll
Evil.
be
Fuck
as soon
that.
as New Year's
Don't
Eve.
do New Year's Evil. No, don't waste.
I think it'll be the
No. It's
I think
gotta
it'll be
be
the next
both.
takeover.
It's gotta be both.
Have them go 1-1.
Yes.
I think they have to go.
Shit,
Yeah,
too,
I
it's going to be a main event for an NXT in February.
No.
think probably will be.
It's
Actually.
gotta It's gotta be New Year's Evil, Rumble. If they meet at Rumble and like, all right, look, let's be honest. This has got to happen at New Year's Evil. AJ gets the win. Then we go to Rumble. Grayson Waller throws out AJ. And then we go to Mania, where they both fight. Bitch, please. This has got to be. That's gangster right there.
Not
That's
New Year's Evil. I think you can do the same thing without doing New Year's Evil. I think they should only have one match and have AJ win, but Waller puts up a hell of a fight, and then Waller kind of like takes that from there. But no, this is great. I mean, all the possibilities of matches: AJ versus Ciampa, AJ versus Walter, AJ versus fucking.
First of all, no. I'm all about AJ being in NXT.
Let Bretsky finish. Let Bretsky finish. Brett, go ahead.
Okay.
But no, I think this opens up a lot of possibilities, a lot of doors. If he stays, I think you can still have Waller like fight someone else at New Year's Evil, or not even fight someone, just be on the card, cut a promo, and mention AJ Styles. And then I agree. I think they should do the Rumble spot, or like they face off in the Rumble and give it some main roster hype for it. And I think they should fight at NXT Takeover, fucking Dallas or whatever it is, before Mania this year. So I'm all for it. If this does not lead, if this match happens, because especially New Year's Evil's on TV, it's got to be on the network. It's got to be on Peacock. You can't have that. You can't have that be on TV. I mean, there's free money, and then there's wasting free money. That would be wasting free money.
Sticks, I want to ask Sticks, Do you see Grayson Waller have the it factor? Do you believe in Grayson Waller, or you still need convincing?
I think he has something. I
Like a
mean,
bitch.
you don't bring AJ Styles down here and you don't have him do something with Grayson Waller unless you see something in him. And I believe he has something in him. I love that AJ gave him the rub. I love the comparisons of, oh, I see you wear gloves in your ring attire. Boy, I think I had put that over 2, 3, 4 years ago. So I really hope this is on, like Bretsky said, I hope this is on a program on the Peacock.
Hmm.
I really hope that they don't throw this on a random NXT in February. I mean, I could see them do it. I mean, I could see them. I don't know if AJ's got anything going on for day one, but I could see Grayson Waller, if he does, I can see Grayson Waller showing up at day one, costing him a match. Then we got Royal Rumble. Maybe Grayson Waller is in the Rumble as a surprise entrant. AJ eliminates him, but then somehow AJ gets eliminated afterwards. And then we got that slow build to the NXT before WrestleMania or even WrestleMania itself.
That's all interesting. Up next, Diamond Mine and back. Malcolm proposes a champ versus champion match at New Year's Evil, Roddy versus Mello. And then Malcolm delivers the line of the week. Merry Christmas, ho, ho,
Oh,
ho.
Oh,
MSK with Riddle on scooters. Riddle tells them to call out Imperium next week. He'll be there. They ride scooters and get hit by a car, but was it a dream? They wake up and Riddle shows up off a bus and they scooter off again. Whoopity woo. White Khali versus Idris and Nofe. Robert Stone is out observing. Idris wins with a surprise pin. White Khali attacks Idris. My brother called, so I missed most of this. We'll start with Jake. Your thoughts on Malcolm, who is the Mr. Must-See of NXT.
Well, that's good because out of all the things you just said, that is the only thing I did see on the Hulu cut. Yeah, it was a good little promo. And I'm excited for that match. I may actually watch it. I will.
You see, even Hulu knows, Ceizar. Even Hulu knows what's up when it comes to
Malcolm Bivens is the man.
That's right.
I like him.
Sticks, your thoughts on the Malcolm promo?
Malcolm promo, so awesome. I was waiting. I was like, when he went Merry Christmas, ho, and I was like, okay, they got to do something to back this up. And then he went ho, ho. And I'm like, so good. I mean, the match between Roddy and Carmelo is gonna be fucking good. I mean, Mello is getting better and better, and Roddy, we know Roddy's he's not gonna disappoint us in a match. So I mean, this will be a hell of a good match. And then once again, Malcolm Bivens shows why he is the best manager in all of pro wrestling today. I mean, he's so goddamn
Roddy
good.
versus Mello. You want to talk about free money? That's the fucking Publishers Clearinghouse of free money right there. Do you care about MSK and Riddle and that shit?
I haven't cared since the original promo. After we got the reveal, it's just been dumb. This has been, like I said, they're making MSK like what the Rascals were in Impact Wrestling. So I mean, it's
thoughts on White Khali's upset loss?
Good. I guess okay, good. He's staying down in NXT. He's not going to be Adam Pearce's bodyguard like we thought he was.
That guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The caveman.
Yeah, I remember him for that one thing.
Yeah.
Bretsky, your thoughts on Malcolm giving the line of the week?
Bivens is the god of ghosts when it comes to managers and promos right now.
He's Black Heyman, Bretsky.
He is.
He's Black Heyman. He's Black.
He is. I mean,
I like that.
And then fucking whatever happened next.
MSK Riddle.
I haven't been a fan of MSK since like their third pay-per-view. So
not even close to being on the Hulu cut. White Khali versus Idris.
I like this because I mean I'm a fan. I think I see a lot of potential in fucking Von Wagner, and obviously they do too. And this guy Idris Enough, I mean, he has a good look. Yeah, you know, kind of like I think it did well for him to kind of get that victory. I mean, apparently I think he's been on 205 Live a couple of times. I think Von Wagner could really thrive from Robert Stone. I think everyone came out looking good from this. I would also like to see him in Diamond Mine. I think that would be a good addition to Diamond Mine. It would be Von Wagner. But they already have a lot of people right now, so kind of keep it as is. Maybe down the line. But no, I think Robert Stone doing the talking for him would be great. Get Robert Stone, Superman Stone back on the program. But
Superman Stone, yeah.
But yeah.
Well, Ceizar, the only thing that matters in these 3 segments was, of course, Malcolm. So give us wax poetic on Malcolm Bivens. Merry Christmas, ho, ho, ho.
Bitch. Malcolm Bivens is a goat. And yeah, he said Merry Christmas, ho. He gave the right amount of pause. The right amount of pause. Merry Christmas, ho. Ho, ho. That motherfucker's gold. He's so gold. He's so gold. Yeah. Malcolm Bivens is good. It's great. NXT was like great this week. They set everybody up for what they were to do. Yeah, Superman Stone was out there to recruit. Motherfucker made a loss, but he lost on the most dangerous move in all of sports entertainment. We all know this.
Dix knows it.
Y'all know this. It's the most dangerous move. It's the most dangerous move. So, out of everything that happened, yeah, with Ciampa beating up Braun and everything, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, Roddy Strong going against Carmelo Hayes. Shit should be goated. It's probably going to be goated. It's really going to be a really good ass match. I'm not mad with what NXT did tonight because we always know that New Year's Evil is going to be crazy. So yeah, I wasn't mad at anything tonight. It was a great show.
Up next, Elektra Lopez with the Brown Order versus Io Shirai. This was the biggest boner-inducing match of the week for myself. Elektra showing her strength, but Io holding her own. Zion comes out and beats down the Brown Order and offers a mistletoe kiss to Elektra. Santos slaps it, but with the distraction, Io wins. That snake in the grass, Uka Buka.
Uka Boka.
Zion Mello accepts Roddy's challenge. We didn't see Brian Kendrick taking off his neck brace, saying he's going to face Harlan next week. Wade will be mediating the title unification contract signing next week. Bye-bye cruiserweight title.
Yeah.
Gretzky, your thoughts on Elektra versus Io?
I didn't really get a chance to pay attention to the match for Elektra. No. But no.
In your refractory period, what did you think? No.
No, I mean, this is a good match. I mean, Io had to win, but Elektra had to have some reason not to win. And I think the mistletoe thing was hilarious. It's funny too, because that guy fucking Zion Quinn's either dating or married to that fucking chick who did fucking Inspiration's entrance into this song with Scarlett and Shotzi.
Yeah, she's like Beyonce or some shit.
Yeah, she's thotting around on IG, and he's like, yeah, well, all right, I'm gonna go fucking over here. Yeah, this Latina bitch who's also married to some fucking linebacker. But no, it was good. I mean, Io should be called up. Io shouldn't be in NXT anymore.
That's gonna be coming pretty soon.
So, and yeah, bye NXT cruiserweight title. Yeah, and Kendrick taking off the brace, I think was really cool. I'm very excited for that. The fans who watch NXT are the ones who are more likely to get that and be like excited for that. So they did the right thing doing NXT.
Stixie Drip Drip Elektra versus Io. Were you able to watch this without touching yourself?
Yeah, barely, but I was barely able to. This was a good match. I mean, like you said, Io needed the win. It was a good way to get her a win. Elektra still looked strong. You still had Zion exposing the cracks that were possibly there and the Brown Order. And I mean, it prolongs the storyline. And I mean, Io's gonna get called up. I mean, it's just a matter of if they're gonna hold off until the Rumble. I have bad feelings about it because I like Io, but it's what's gonna end up happening. I mean, it sucks, but it's what's gonna happen.
You know what? Now that we have
It'll be your turn. Sticks, are you gonna miss the cruiserweight title?
Yes and no. I mean, I'm glad it was a title that Roddy got, but I mean, with you should, if you're gonna, it should be something that's 205 Live exclusive if you're gonna do that. But I mean, I can see why they're doing it, and it's gonna happen regardless of if we like it or not.
Jake, are you familiar with Elektra Lopez?
I am not, and the Hulu cut did not make me any more familiar.
Ceizar, your thoughts on Elektra Butt Meat Lopez versus
I guess I got to look her up.
the little
Yeah, first
sexy
of all-
bunny Io Shirai?
Jake, if you were, Jake, I got you, bro. That's
I'm
all
looking
right.
it up.
No, yeah, because I found this bitch for these assholes who are in this chat.
You did. Yeah, he
My
did.
real question is, should we allow Piss Zank into the Hall of Fame because he is only in the APPW chat?
Oh no, he exited himself.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
left because of all the butt meat pictures, Ceizar.
Wait,
Didn't
did he
want his wife
really?
getting mad.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did.
I didn't know he was. I didn't know he was in the Hall of Fame.
He created the Hall of Fame chat.
He did.
Piss Zank?
Yeah, Chris
Yeah.
Zank, he created the Hall of Fame chat.
I see what you mean. I get it.
Elektra.
Yeah, I get it.
Elektra
I get it now.
Butt Meat Lopez.
Butt meat.
Yeah.
Oh, butt meat for days.
Oh no, I didn't know Piss Zank wasn't in it.
Oh,
I didn't know Piss Zank was in it.
Yeah,
He
he
left
created it.
because all the bun meat.
created it.
oh,
Yeah, it got too butt meat heavy for him and his wife
Oh.
probably.
Too
oh,
intense.
Uncle Ceizar.
Yo, that's some funny shit. That's some funny shit. You
He's
have to
going
leave
to the
a
Hall of
chat
Fame,
because that's too bun meat. You just don't have to open it.
I think we finally just said he was in the Hall of Fame. Anyway,
I didn't know he was in it. I thought he never got in.
I think we grandfathered him in.
Yeah, because I was like, why is he always in the APW chat, but not this? And then like I never knew. I never knew this shit. This
He
is
left.
funny shit.
Do you think Zion?
Wait, because it was it because I was throwing butt meat Wednesdays out there?
It might be. It might have been. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I feel bad because I was
No, he's fine.
He'll live.
because I feel like we're all friends in the real chat, and then like in the APW chat, we're all like, "Fuck everybody," and I want to be respectful to Zen Chris, but like now I feel like I don't have to be respectful because he was in the real chat, and fuck that guy.
No, he's good in the APPW chat.
All right, well, anyway,
Did
but
you like this match?
yeah, it's it. Break it down for me again.
Oh god.
Electra versus Io Shirai.
Nobody liked this match but you.
Zion,
Because you wanted to see that Asian bitch flip off the top rope and she was
Zion,
butt beat
the
everywhere.
mistletoe distraction.
Yeah.
Io wins. Ukabuka.
Ooga and then you of course you love a Latin. Of course you love a Latin bitch.
Ooh, shit.
You love a Latin thick
Damn.
booty bitch, and then you love your Japanese bunny flipping off the top rope, and putting that butt meat on some butt meat, a butt meat on butt meat sandwich for
Damn.
you. So you jerked it through this whole.
I'm still rehydrating.
Oh god.
I know you have. I know you have some fucking.
Are you
Now
gonna
you know
miss,
why Mrs. Mangaree was kicking the shit out of him.
are
Makes
you gonna
sense.
miss the cruiserweight title?
No, I'm not gonna miss the cruiserweight title. Fuck the cruiserweight title. Roddy should have the North American title. That's what really should happen. Roddy should have the North American. That cracker, Carmelo Hayes. He's on some cracker shit with his bitch ass. Him and Trick Williams, yeah, they're good. They're not title worthy.
The disrespect.
Yeah, I'm gonna disrespect them. Fuck them.
Hey,
And the
Miller
God
like
of
this.
Goats, they should be feuding with the God of Goats. The God of Goats should have the North American title because Johnny's gone. So give it to the God of Goats. And if you gotta like have a quick return, you could do it with Roddy or whatever, because those guys gotta build all up with the Chase brothers or whatever, the Creed brothers. Sorry, Creed brothers and whatever the fuck. I don't care, but like, come on, man. Let's be real. Carmelo Hayes did not need this title. He didn't even defend it. He just out here just like doing work with this hoe ass trick hoe. And they just like wrecking shop and being like, oh, you don't need it, but you don't need it. So let's cheat. And nobody needs it. And we are here. So anyway.
Hold on, let me message MJH. No, it's the main event of NXT. It's Tony D.
Oh, we
versus
got there.
Peter Doom.
We made it.
Tony D with some sick offense to start.
I already said MGH.
Petey Poppins rolls off the tongue. Oi, Wade says. Tony D was in control the first half of this match. Then Pete starts on the hand of Tony D. Continues through the commercial picture-in-picture. How is Pete not broken anyone's fucking fingers for reals? That shit looks painful even to watch. Ouch. Looks like we're going over the second hour mark. Pete locks in the triangle choke, headbutting at the same time. Tony D gets out of it, tossing Dunn over his head. This match should have gotten more time, in my opinion. Pete battled Walter, for God's sakes. Pete wins a slugfest, but Tony's still alive. Tony attempts to attack with the crowbar, but Dunn reverses into Fujiwara armbar. Tony fish hooks his way out of it, takes Pete's mouth guard out. Yeah, because that's what matters. Tries to get the drift away, but Pete finishes off Tony D with the bitter end. The fight continues after the match. Tony D with the drift away on the outside, then crowbar attacks to Pete's hand. The feud continues, Ceizar. Your thoughts on the main event of the night?
I didn't really care.
Dixie Drip Drip, your thoughts on the main event of NXT?
I thought it was a good match. You saw why Pete Dunne is why he's one of the better wrestlers in NXT, and young Tony put up a really good fight. And even though he caught the loss, and we're going to see this feud a little bit longer, which I do not mind. I don't mind it. So,
Bretsky, the main event of NXT.
Calm down, Tony.
I enjoyed it. I think it's also very appropriate that you do the NXT now that Tony D's here. But I enjoyed the hell out of this match. This was a great match, and Tony D keeps going out and proving that he not only is a fucking phenomenal character, but he's a fucking phenomenal worker. Peter Dune is also a fucking phenomenal worker. Obviously, we've all known this. We know this. We are good buddy Pete. But no, this is a great way to close the show. A nice little tiny TV feud for both these boys. And yeah, I guess we'll see where they go from here. But this was a phenomenal way to end the show.
I was this close to downing a bottle of Mangria before we got on.
Oh boy!
Oh my god! If you did that, we'd still
it would have been a 10-hour show.
We'd still be doing APPW.
We'd be on fucking Orange Cassidy.
Jake, your thoughts on the main event of oh no.
Fucking A.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Tony D'Angelo reminds me of a swollen Nunzio. I like to spend every day as if it's my last, staying in bed and calling for a nurse to bring me my pudding. That's like, yeah, I can see it ending that way.
So
that one wasn't that good. I'm doing a new one.
Okay. Did you see the main event?
I thought that perfectly described every day in your life.
I love pudding. I have some in the fridge. I'm gonna go get some after this.
I can only handle
no.
Just log off and get it now.
Yeah.
I can only handle 25 letters of the alphabet. I don't know why.
Oh, so in case you guys at home are wondering, what does that joke mean?
Well, I thought you were going to explain it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging with us for our Christmas special. We took questions. I try to do it at least once a year on the Christmas special. Ceizar, my partner, my man, Ceizar with me for all three of the Christmas specials. I thank you, sir. We did not get your plugs because you joined us later, so the floor is yours, my friend. Plug your shit.
Bitch, just follow Julius. It's spelled like orange and whatever. _ Ceizar, Ceizar. I just plug dumb, funny shit. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter. Not Facebook, because it's my real name. And fuck y'all. Y'all can get my real name. Fuck y'all. But anyway, Other than that, yeah, just follow my shit. I post funny, dumb memes all day, every day about wrestling, about memes, about pop culture, especially Dan Lambert. He's my hero. I tweeted that the other day.
And
What
white
us
people
white people,
Wednesdays.
yeah, what us white people love to do on
Oh,
Wednesday.
but yes, I do pop White People Wednesday.
That's
And
my
I do pop
favorite.
it all week for Christmas. For Sweet Christmas. Sweet Christmas. AKA Sweet Christmas. I did pop it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, even Friday. But not today, but not Saturday.
And
But not
Thirsty
for Christmas.
Thursdays in the Hall of Fame chat. No.
Not for Christmas, which was on Saturday. But yeah, I do pop White People Wednesday. It's all some funny shit and it's all some great shit. And that's how I am. And I'm on the tripod with that motherfucker. Well, he's that way to me. Anyway, we're out here. Sweet Crumma. And then yeah, everybody else popped this shit. As they did earlier.
This was an incredible episode. Jake, thank you for joining us. The Christmas episode is always one of my favorites because of the questions. We got the original members. All of us are back here for this. Bretsky, we don't know when we're going to see you again. Hopefully next Saturday. Thank you for joining us. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned.